collector. You know he's an asshole.
What are they talking about? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Jessica will be in here shortly. Don't you worry about that. It's good to see everybody. Glad you could make it for another round. Oh my, look at this. What do we have here? I mean, there's only one person that could come in and hang out like that.
I was not expecting that.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. I was not anticipating that.
It'll be a hammer. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yes, you are not Jessica at all.
No, I'm not. She was like, "Hey, you should come do this voice thing."
Yes.
Like, okay. And I was like, I literally just left another stream to come do this one that I was doing voices on.
Yeah, this is much more fun. I don't know what stream you left, but this is much more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're doing some readings, and what I'll do, because it'll be helpful instead of you having to worry about my scrolling capabilities.
Oh, you're just gonna share.
I'm gonna send it to you through Discord, so you can pull it up, and I'll actually tell you where we're at. So that makes it a little bit easier. Just a second. Where is Emery? I know he's here somewhere. There he is. All right, and put this over here. Boom, and there we go. And send. I knew you weren't expecting that. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. So yeah, tonight I wasn't able to do my normal Sunday because Diva's gonna be out of town, and she wasn't sure. Well, she is out of town, and she wasn't sure she's gonna make it back in time. And I didn't want to push Diva. You know, she's a redhead. She'll fight back.
Yeah,
Right.
Probably not fair.
Probably not. I don't want to lose my soul. I enjoy keeping my soul right where it's at, somewhere. Looks like you two have a show today. You're funny, Three Beers. Good to see you. No, Jess will be in here hopefully shortly. Thinking that she's just getting dressed. I'll get a little echo with you.
With me? Let me go in here and I'll see if we'll try that. Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's better. Yep,
right.
It's gone. It
I
happens.
usually turn off the echo cancellation because it always does something weird, but yeah. It's probably picking it up slightly behind I have open back headphones. That's probably what it's doing.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
You see, go into my settings. I can tell you. Oh, speaking of, I mean, there's
the one with the black hair. Is your name Emerson? Oh, that's weird. It's Emerson, big old titties. You know what I'm saying?
Got him again.
Sorry. Sorry, I was
Got him. No, don't worry about it. We got this.
Emerson.
I guess who's back again. Yes, Flatty.
Emerson, big old titties.
Emerson, big old titties. All right, so where we left off at was page 302 on that.
302.
Yes.
It's page 302.
And we're sort of in between on pages right after, let's see, they do take a break. So on it's line 18 on page 302. It'll be the videographer on the record at 12:10 is where we're at on that particular one.
18302.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks, T-Rex. I'm glad to see that. And howdy, good to see you, Flatty. And of course, Rabbit, is so good to see you. I'm glad. I hope you're feeling much better. I was just asking about you today because I hadn't seen you. I mean, I saw you last night, but I wanted to chat with you a little bit more and see how you were doing. Texas Jen, good to see you. Here's
Beers.
yeah, Jack, good to see you. Yeah, let's see what we got.
So who am I doing? Well,
well,
which
Oh.
I want to be
Hi.
talking like that here because you know there's a bunch of available ladies in our
I realized what I said before, right after I said it.
You gotta be doing me, man. Be doing
Oh
me.
my.
Oh my. So
See
the-
and people to do.
the way that we had done this was earlier on. Jessica was basically the witness, and I was playing the part of both attorneys, which is really obnoxious whenever you have to say objection
Yeah.
and then ask a question. Objection,
You
but
can-
the question.
Gil, you can yell objection when there is an objection.
So it'll say like objection where the second attorney is coming in. I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm flipping through here and I don't see where there's a.
So if do you want to be the prosecute the defendant's attorney, or do you want to be the plaintiff's attorney? Your
Okay,
choice. They're both females. All three of them. All of them are females. So
I do female voices really well. Not really.
I'm not quiet. Beers, what are you talking about?
just is really quiet. Your volume isn't very loud. I think that's what he means.
What about now?
Nope.
No?
I can. Which one is Miss Manager? Which one is she?
Let's see.
It doesn't matter, but I was
On the record by Miss Manager. Okay, so Miss Manager is. Let me see. Just check it. She is the defense attorney.
She's defending Ghislaine.
Yes.
Okay. I can do that one, I guess.
Okay. Well, and she is the first one up with her questions, and let me bring this up so everybody can. Well, she's basically just sort of finishing up a little bit towards the end.
Yeah,
and
okay.
It's not a big deal. It'll save my voice a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say just because your voice, because then I see like the next several pages are a lot of her. So since your voice is still a little rough.
No, I can do it either which way. If you want me to be Miss Manager, that's not a problem. I can still do it.
I can do her.
You can do her, okay.
It's been that kind of a day already.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You needing some doing.
Spicy.
Ew.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that makes it super easy. Of course, I have been awake for nearly 24 hours, but stayed awake to hear if you talk about a naughty person that went to a naughty island. Oh yeah, this is all about the naughty people doing naughty things on a naughty island. But we are discussing this as a live reading from testimony, and nothing we give here is any sort of legal advice or real opinion, because we're just reading.
It is dramatized for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
It's dramatized for your listening pleasure.
For your earlobes.
For your earlobes. What is it that
the videographer? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so you'd be basically asking that first question, and
Yep.
Jess is doing the answers.
Okay. Sorry, just a couple more questions. It sounds like maybe there was an additional telephone conference that one might construe as a meeting with attorneys. Is that true?
Correct.
All right. Tell me about that.
They just wanted to, we had met prior and they just wanted to clarify a few things and ask a few more questions.
Okay. What did they clarify?
Any other specific times that I had, seen Ghislaine naked, or if I had, had any sexual massages with her and any type of questions like that.
Okay. And what did you tell them about having any sexual massages with Ghislaine?
That I was not asked to perform anything with her.
And you did not?
Correct.
And what did you tell them about specific times of seeing Ghislaine Maxwell naked?
Only when she would swim or get a massage.
And that's swimming. You mentioned earlier skinny dipping?
Correct.
And I think you said perhaps some other time that you saw her jump off a dock and swim?
Correct, yes.
In the nude?
Yes.
And then you saw her under a towel during a massage?
Yes.
Is there any other time that you recall seeing Ghislaine Maxwell naked?
No.
Is there anything else about that telephone conference with the attorneys to clarify that you recall the topics?
No.
All right, thank you. I think we can go off the record now.
And then, of course, we go off the record and into lunch recess was taken. Following proceedings were held after 12:44. And of course, Joanna, I'm going to ask you a couple more follow-up questions. When Laura was talking to you, she mentioned some names of famous people that most of which you had not met. Did you ever meet anyone famous when you were with Jeffrey?
I met Michael Jackson.
Oh, really? And where was that?
At his house in Palm Beach, at Jeffrey's house in Palm Beach.
Did you massage him?
I did not. He likes boys, remember?
Anybody else you remember? I know you mentioned David Copperfield earlier. Anybody else?
No, I'd remember that.
Well, where are the questions and answers from? These are taken from the testimony given in the Maxwell hearing with a bunch of clients, or this
Witnesses.
witnesses. This was Savannah's lawsuit. Joanna is one of the masseuses that was brought in to massage and recruit and things like that. You read the description, I swear. Where are these from? We pulled them off the court docket, so that's where they're from. And yeah, good to see you. All right, so where were we at? You said no, not that I remember.
You're on line 12.
Thank you. I believe you also testified that you had never had a massage before you started working with Jeffrey and Ghislaine. Is that correct?
I don't recall having a massage before then.
And I think you said on the first day when you were doing the clerical work, Maxwell mentioned that you might be able to get a massage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you tell Maxwell that you had never had a massage at that point?
I don't remember.
Did you remember telling Jeffrey that you had never had a massage?
No.
And then you were talking about the massage, the first massage when you were being in the room with Jeffrey and Emmy.
Uh-huh.
And I know you said Emmy was naked or took off her clothes at some point.
Uh-huh.
And then laid on the table. And then you changed positions with her. Is that what happened?
Yes. I don't remember the sequence, but at one point I was, and Jeffrey was.
And in the time where it was changeover, for example, when you were on the table and Emmy is not on the table and Jeffrey is not on the table, did Emmy at that point remain naked, or did she actually stop and get dressed and continue massaging?
I don't recall her getting dressed, but I would probably remember if she massaged naked.
Do you know if Jeffrey remained naked during that massage?
He was never like naked standing up. He always covered himself with a towel.
I believe I asked this, but I just want to clarify and make sure that I did. Did Maxwell ever ask you to bring other girls over for Jeffrey to the Bass Pro Shops?
Yes.
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 And what did you do anything in response to that?
I did bring one girl named Redacted. No, it was some girl named also Redacted that I had worked with at a restaurant, and I recall Ghislaine giving me money to bring her over. However, they never called her to come.
And then I believe you mentioned that one of your physical fitness instructors, you brought a physical fitness instructor. Was that correct?
Correct.
And what did she do?
She gave him a training session twice.
Twice. Did anything sexual in nature happen during the session?
At one point, he lifted up her shirt and exposed her bra, and she grabbed it and pulled it down.
Anything else?
That was the conversation that he had told her that he had taken this girl's virginity, the girl by the pool.
Okay, did Maxwell ever say to you that it takes the pressure off her to have other girls around?
She implied that, yes.
In what way?
Sexually.
And earlier, Laura asked you, I believe, if Maxwell ever asked you to perform any sexual acts, and I believe your testimony was no, but then you also previously stated that during the camera incident that Maxwell had talked to you about not finishing the job. Did you understand not finishing the job, meaning bringing Jeffrey to orgasm?
Objection. Leading form.
I'm sorry, Joanna. Let me correct that question. What did you understand Maxwell to mean when she said you hadn't finished the job with respect to the camera?
Objection. Leading poor form, which is why she didn't finish.
She implied that I had brought him to orgasm. That I had not brought him to orgasm. Sorry.
So is it fair to say that Maxwell expected you to perform sexual acts when you were massaging Jeffrey?
Objection. Leading form foundation.
I can answer. Yes, I took that conversation to mean that is what was expected of me.
And then you mentioned, I believe, when you were testifying earlier, that Jeffrey told you a story about sex on the plane. Not snakes on a plane. What was that about?
Objection. Hearsay.
He told me one time Emmy was sleeping on the plane and they were getting ready to land. He went and woke her up. And she thought that meant he wanted a blowjob. So she started to unzip his pants and he said, No, you just have to be awake for landing. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm still laughing at Vilhammer.
Hey, gotta go.
You got a girl.
Bass Pro Shops and sexy massages with hunting gear. Do you recall witnessing any sexual acts on the plane?
No.
Did Emmy ever talk to you about performing sexual acts on the plane?
No.
We looked earlier at the police report, and I just want to clarify. You identified some areas where there were discrepancies in that report, and you can take another look at it if you want, but other than the discrepancies you pointed out, is that a recollection of what you remember telling the detective?
Yes.
Objection. Outside the scope of cross.
You mentioned that there was a time when you noticed that Maxwell was around a little bit less.
Uh-huh.
And I believe you said that was during the middle of the time you were with Jeffrey. Do you remember approximately when that was year-wise?
I don't. I would say it was probably sometime between 2003 and 2004.
And what made you think that?
I just saw her less and less at the house.
Were you there more at the house during that time period?
No, not necessarily. It's just at the beginning. She was around a lot, and then I would see her occasionally without him. The one time we spent a few days together in 2006, she wasn't there at all.
So you saw her in the, is it fair to say that you saw her in the 2005-2006 timeframe?
Yes.
Then we were talking about the photography earlier and about the photographs. Did Maxwell ever ask you to take nude photos of yourself for Jeffrey?
She asked me to take photos of myself for Jeffrey. Yes.
And did you do that?
I did not.
And the photos that were around that were in the bathroom that you mentioned a couple of times, places that there were photos of you. Who took those?
He did.
And when we were talking about the Palm Beach house and you were describing an area where there was just a lot of photographs. Is it fair to say that there could have been nude photographs amongst those photos that you saw?
Yes.
And earlier you testified that you don't have knowledge of what happens behind closed doors, but you also said that Jeffrey had told you what other girls did for him and that he wanted you to do those things for him. Is it fair to say that you knew that other girls were performing sexual acts?
Yes.
Objection, foundation, good form.
And I know you mentioned previously that your relationship and the interaction with him progressed over time. Did there come a time when you were expected to have sexual intercourse with Jeffrey?
Yes.
And when was that?
2005.
That's it. I just wanted to also put on the record that we're designating the testimony as confidential under the protective order, further examination by Miss Messenger.
A good question. Actually, I don't know the answer to this. So Young asked, is this stuff from the first trial or is this from the appeal? Or is this from something else?
This is from the first trial.
Right? Okay, that's what I thought.
This is the one I believe that Joe went to. Yeah,
that's what I assumed, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to.
Right. This is all the testimony by the witnesses that were put up there speaking on Ghislaine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you just testified that you have knowledge. That you had knowledge of what Jeffrey was doing behind closed doors with other girls. Was that your testimony?
Based on what he had told me.
Okay. So Jeffrey told you things that he had done with other girls?
Yes.
You did not observe any of those things?
No.
And you did not talk to any of those girls about what they had done with Jeffrey behind closed doors?
Objection.
Correct?
No. Correct.
The only source of knowledge you have is based on what Jeffrey told you that he had done with other girls?
Correct.
Objection.
You said that there were possibly nude photos amongst the other photos that you saw on various walls at the Palm Beach house, correct?
Correct.
And none of them stood out to you?
Correct.
None of them appeared pornographic?
No.
You didn't see any fully frontal nude photographs, correct?
No, not that I can recall.
And you don't recall seeing any girls that appeared to be underage, correct?
No.
And you said that Ghislaine asked you to take photos of yourself for Jeffrey, correct?
Correct.
Did she ask you to take a nude photograph of yourself or just a photograph of yourself?
A nude photograph of myself.
What exactly did she say to you?
I don't remember exactly, but I know that I never felt comfortable. I would have felt fine taking photos of myself, my face, but I knew I was never comfortable with it because I had to take photos of my body. And I also didn't know how to take a photo from standing behind. You have to have someone else involved.
That's my question. I need a tip. How would you take a nude photograph of yourself?
Need a tip. No tip. Nothing but the tip.
Exactly. Someone else would have to do it.
Do you recall any of the particulars of what she said to you that led you to believe that she wanted you to do that?
No, just asking for the photos.
Do you know when in your time there?
It was near the beginning because that's when I was interested in the photography.
Was it in the context of your discussion of your photography class?
No.
Was it in the context of anything?
About the camera that she had brought for me.
What did she say in relationship to the camera that she bought for you and taken photographs of yourself?
Just
Your
that
nudes.
Jeffrey would like to have some photos of me, and she asked me to take photos of myself.
And what did you say?
I don't remember saying no, but I never ended up following through. I think I tried once.
This was the pre-selfie era, correct?
Exactly.
I want to go back to this. You testified to two things just now with Sigrid that you said were implied to you.
Okay.
The first one was it would take pressure off of Maxwell to have more girls around.
Right.
What exactly did Maxwell say to you that led you to believe that was her implication?
She said she doesn't have the time or desire to please him as much as he needs, and that's why there were other girls around.
And did she refer specifically to any other girls?
No.
Did she talk about underage girls?
No.
Was she talking about massage therapists?
Not specifically.
Okay. Well, there were other girls in the house that were not massage therapists, right?
Yes.
Nadia is another person that was around, correct?
Yes.
And there were other people he traveled with.
Uh-huh.
Objection. Brandon. I know Vilhammer's voice does that for you.
Yes.
But contain
Will
yourself. Contain
has
yourself.
that voice.
Correct.
Correct.
Other girls.
Yes.
Adults.
Yes.
When I say girl, I really mean women, correct?
Correct.
That's an objectionable question. There were other women around who hung out with Jeffrey, and you don't know what they did behind closed doors, correct?
Correct.
So when you heard the implication that she wanted other girls around to take the pressure off of her sexually, in your mind that meant other adult women that he had in his life.
Objection.
Correct. Doing what I was expected to do in a massage, you know?
Ghislaine didn't have anything to do with you bringing this woman over for a physical workout with Jeffrey, correct?
Correct.
She asked you to bring another girl to perform massages at the home.
Yes. Well, she was always asking if I knew anyone else. And so I brought this one girl that I didn't even know. I worked with her at a restaurant, so I didn't care what she thought of me if anything happened.
What a bitch.
So, but it never turned into anything.
What a bitch. I didn't really work with her, but I didn't give a shit about her.
And she was an adult
She was an adult.
working at a restaurant with you.
Yes.
What restaurant was that?
It's a restaurant that's closed. It's called Taco Bell.
Redacted. Taco Bell ain't closed.
That one is.
Well, that location is.
That taco was closed.
It's not really a waitress, though. More like Taco Mac.
You were asked about the famous people. You said you met Michael Jackson,
Yes.
but you did not give him a massage.
Once again, he's into boys. No.
There were other famous people, perhaps, who were around Jeffrey's home that you didn't meet, correct?
Correct.
Do you know whether Virginia Roberts has told the truth about the age she was when she met Ghislaine Maxwell?
Objection exceeds the scope of cross.
I'm dead. I don't have any idea what she told them in terms of her age.
Do you know if Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about whether she spent her sweet 16th birthday with Jeffrey and Ghislaine Maxwell?
Objection.
I don't know anything about that.
Do you know whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about Ghislaine Maxwell sexually assaulted her on her first day on the job?
Objection.
I have not knowledge of that.
Do you know Do you have any knowledge of whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about about Ghislaine Maxwell forcing Virginia Roberts to go down on her?
Objection.
No knowledge.
Do you have any knowledge about whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about whether Ghislaine Maxwell forced her to participate in orgies with other women?
Objection.
No.
Do you have any knowledge about whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about whether Ghislaine Maxwell directed her to have sex with Prince Andrew?
Objection.
No. Only based on what I've read in the media.
And Alan Dershowitz,
Objection.
The same.
prime ministers.
Objection.
No.
Do you have any knowledge about whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about foreign presidents?
Objection.
No knowledge. Also, hey, ID Crisis, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you, ID Crisis. Yes.
Domestic presidents?
Objection.
That's not in there, Jess. Do you
I know.
know whether Virginia Roberts is telling the truth about Ghislaine Maxwell forcing her to participate in an orgy with Prince Andrew and other underage girls on the island?
Objection.
No knowledge.
Did Ghislaine Maxwell ever ask you to have her baby?
Objection.
No.
No further questions. Thank you. Oh, that's you. That's
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your time.
apparently
We
the
are
vid-
done.
Well, we are off the record. The time is 1:11. This concludes the video deposition off the record. Thereupon, taking the deposition was concluded at 1:11 p.m.
Oh dear.
And of course, it's just her certifying that she
Yeah.
did what she said she did. It's unsigned, but whatever.
It's a lot.
All right, let me continue on down this little thing here. Go to the next page. Oh, so this is Kelly Ann Willis, a registered professional, certified real-time reporter. Okay, that's just
That's
her
just all
certified.
that.
They redacted the shit out of it.
And there's like a ton of redacted stuff. You got to go
Mhm.
down to like 345 to the next.
Well, I think this one's got something that's unredacted on there. Nope, redacted.
This is search warrant.
Redacted. Oh, part 2.
Yeah, this is this first doc looks like a search warrant.
Yeah, so this is according to the Palm Beach Police Department, photographed by CSI Palvik and a videotape by myself. The search was concluded approximately 3:05. Upon searching the residence, we met with a gentleman who identified himself to Detective Rick Carey as the lawyer for the defendant, and he was informed that the residence was secured and that copies of the inventory return had been left on the first floor table of the personal assistant's office. On 20th of 2005, assisted Rick Carey, basically just they've given a detailed list. A closet located just west of the green bathroom was searched. 2 massage tables located in the closet, along with a photo of a nude female from the waist up. See the property receipt for details. It looks like in the northeast bedroom found adult sex toys called twin torpedoes. Soap made in the shape of a penis and a vagina were also found in these upstairs bedrooms. See the property receipt for details. I searched the pool cabana located on the south side of the pool. Photos were taken from the wall. See the property receipt for details. I assisted in Bat Nasik's living quarters. Numerous CDs along with a massage book was seized. See the property receipt. Conducted by Gus Fonston, who was advised willing to assist with the investigation. Fonston advised he would try to have his client, Jeffrey Epstein, available to be interviewed, but that's pretty hard when you're hanging from a wall. I explained I would be interested in conducting an interview with this client as well as other employees that are employed within the house, preferably not the ones that are underage because they would need adults' consent. Advised he returned a call once he received confirmation on the interviews. In 2005, I attempted contact redacted at her residence. I left a business card. This must be her that we just got done with, was Joanna, because that's what he was talking about. Closed the door of the privacy, explained to her that I appreciate her coming to the police station for the interview. Throughout the sauna area. this sounds like these are the exhibits that were put in there.
Oh.
That was, yeah, this was all of the this is her testimony. She removed her clothing down to, oh wow, geez, that's a pretty detailed one. All right. Miss Redacted was interviewed. We'll just call her Miss Black. Don't know who Miss Black is, but this could be her. I took Miss Black to the Detectives Bureau interview room. I closed the door for privacy and explained to her that I appreciated her coming to the police station for the interview. During the sworn taped statement, she advised she was at Jeffrey Epstein's house one time approximately 2 months ago. She was approached by a girl, Black, who was dating her roommate to make some quick money. Black advised she was in need to make some quick cash to make the rent that month. She agreed to go to the house. She had been told by Black that the massage would have to be done in her underwear. She advised Black drove with her and brought her into the house. They walked into the kitchen area and took the stairs upstairs. Black further stated she was brought into the master bedroom area. She advised she recalled seeing portraits of naked women throughout the room. A massage table was already out near the sauna/shower area in the master bedroom. Epstein entered the room wearing only a towel and a big smile. He introduced himself as Jeff. Black advised she recalled she and Black removed their clothing down to their panties. Epstein lay on his stomach area and they provided a massage on his legs and feet area. Asked Black if she had any formal massage training. She replied, no. Black advised she was topless and the panties she wore were the boys' short lace panties. Meow. She and Black continued to massage until the last 10 minutes of the massage. Epstein told Black to leave the room so that Black could finish the massage. Black got dressed and Epstein turned over onto his back. Epstein then removed the towel which had been around his waist. What the hell is going on? Blinking. Epstein laid there naked and requested that Black rub his chest area. Stated as she did this, Epstein began masturbating as she rubbed his chest. Black stated she pulled down her boy short panties and produced a large white vibrator with a large head. She stated it was within a drawer in his master bathroom. He rubbed the vibrator on her vagina area. Black advised he never penetrated her with the vibrator. He continued to rub her vagina with the vibrator as he continued to masturbate. Black stated she was very uncomfortable during the incident, but knew it was almost over. I wonder why. Might have been the moans. He wiped himself with a towel he had on previously and went into the shower area. He got dressed and met with Black in the kitchen area. Epstein came into the kitchen and provided $200 for bringing Black and paid $200 to her, Black, for providing the massage. Black was told to get the hell out, leave her telephone number for future contact, and Black asked if she was recently contacted about this investigation by anyone from the Epstein organization. She replied she was called, but it was for work. You know what kind of work she was doing. She replied she was called, but it was for work. She stated she was called by Sarah for her to return to work for Epstein. Black stated work is the term used by Sarah to provide the massage in underwear. Black advised she declined, and as she was not comfortable in providing that type of work. The interview was concluded, and the videotape was placed into evidence.
You want to pick up?
Yeah.
On November 7th, 2005, I made telephone contact with Black, who advised she would be able to meet with me at her home. Detective Sandman and I traveled to her home in Black, and made contact with Black. During a sworn tape statement, Black stated she met Jeffrey Epstein through Haley Robson. Robson would approach females who wished to work for him. Black stated that she was asked to work for him but declined. Black explained that work means giving massages. She was asked about any formal training in providing massages, to which she said no. Black said she accompanied Robson and other females who were taken to Epstein's house to provide massages. Black further stated that she had been to the house approximately 4 or 5 times in the past year. She accompanied Robson with Black, 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 and Black, the 14-year-old victim, and Black, Black. Each time the girls were taken over, they were previously told that they would have to provide a massage, possibly naked. It was also told that should Epstein require them to do anything extra and they were not comfortable, just to tell him that he would stop. Black stated that Robson received $200 for each girl that she brought over to the massage, Jeffrey Epstein. And when I asked, each girl appeared to be the youngest. She replied, the victim, as she stated she was 15 years old at most.
Oh, man.
She looked really young. Black further stated that each time she went to the house, she sat in the kitchen and waited with Robson until the massage was over. She further stated that the cook would make lunch or a snack for them as they waited. I asked for her if there was anything that caught her attention within the home. Black stated there were a lot of naked girls and photographs throughout the house. The interview was concluded and the tape was turned into evidence.
And I just want to say thank you very much, MLS, for the for the Jess Fund. I think that's really awesome.
Thanks, MLS.
It's insane. It is so insane.
Kinda
And yes, we know it's not your fault, but yes, this can be a little bit spicy. Like I said, we're gonna talk dirty deeds.
Yeah.
I can continue on with this one. We can just skip back and
We'll
forth.
go back and forth there between each one. Cool.
Yeah, unless you want to read one, Jess.
I can read the next one if you want.
Okay, sure.
Detective Dawson and I attempted contact with redacted.
You can just
and
say black.
Black. I left my business card at her front door. Miss Black, Police Department, I completely skipped. Miss Black returned my call and arranged a meeting with me at the Palm Beach Police Department for November 8th, 2005. At approximately 2 p.m., Black arrived at the Palm Beach Police Department. She was brought into the interview room and the door was closed for privacy. She was told that I appreciated her coming to the police station for questioning regarding an ongoing investigation. She was told that I was investigating a crime involving Jeffrey Epstein and knew, based on the investigation, that she had encounters with him in the past. During a sworn taped statement, Black stated she had met Epstein approximately 2 years ago. She was first introduced to Epstein by Haley Robson. Robson approached her about working for Epstein and providing a massage to him for $200. The arrangements were made, and as Robson could not take her the day the arrangements were made, Black took Black. Black also attended Black, and was familiar with Epstein. Black recalled she was brought there and entered through the back kitchen door. She had met with an assistant, Sarah, and another assistant, Adriana. Sarah brought her upstairs as she observed several photographs of naked females throughout the house. Black stated Epstein came in the room wearing only a towel and laid on the table. Black stated he picked out the oils he wanted her to use and requested she remove her clothing to provide the massage. Black stated that on the first massage she provided, she did not remove her clothing. Stated she had returned several times after that. Each time she returned, more things happened. Black stated that the same thing would happen. Epstein would walk into the master bedroom/bathroom area wearing only a towel. He would masturbate as she provided a massage.
God.
Black stated she was unsure if he climaxed as he masturbated under the towel. Additionally, she never looked below the waist. She claimed that Epstein would convince her to remove her clothes. She eventually removed her clothes and stayed in her thong panties. On occasion, Epstein would use a massager/vibrator, which she describes as white in color with a large head, on her. Every time she provided a massage, he would masturbate. Black added she has no formal training in providing massage. Black stated she brought two females during her visits to provide massages. Black stated she brought a girl named Black and Black from Black. Black stated she received $200 for each girl she brought. Additionally, Black was given $200 for taking her in the very beginning. The interview was concluded and the tape was placed into evidence. Investigation continues.
Convict. Hello, everyone. My name is Dave, and I'm a lawyer. You love getting blacked, don't you, you dirty girl?
So much.
You're just dirty.
Howdy, MLS. Nice to meet you.
I just saw the super chat. He also.
I know.
I love it when
just-
Jeff tweets. It makes me want to comics myself.
On November 8th, 2005, I made a telephone contact with Black, white female, Black, at her residence. Black responded to the police station for an interview reference on an ongoing investigation. At approximately 2:30 p.m., she arrived at the Palm Beach police station and was brought into the interview room for the interview. The door was closed for this privacy, and she was told that I appreciated her cooperation in this case. During a sworn taped statement, Black stated she had met Jeffrey Epstein approximately 1 year ago. She was approached by a subject known to her as Black. Black had asked her if she wanted to make money providing massages to Epstein. Black had heard that several girls from Black were doing this and making money. She agreed and was taken to the house by Black. Black had introduced her to Sarah and Epstein and brought her upstairs to a master bedroom, where a massage table was repaired and proper oils were taken out. Black left the room and waited downstairs for Black. Black stated Epstein entered the room wearing a towel and she provided massage wearing only her thong panties. Black advised Epstein had masturbated every time she provided a massage. She stated Epstein continued to masturbate until he climaxed. Once that occurred, the massage was over. Other words, get on. She felt the whole situation was weird, but she advised she was paid $200 for providing the massage. She also stated Black received $200 for bringing Black to Epstein. Black stated she had gone a total of 15 times to his residence to provide a massage, and things had escalated from just providing a massage. Epstein began touching her on her buttocks and grabbed her closer to him as he masturbated. Epstein also grabbed her breasts and fondled her breasts with his hands as she provided the massage. Black stated on one occasion he offered extra monies to have a vaginal intercourse. She stated this all occurred on the massage table. Black stated Epstein penetrated her vagina with his penis and began having intercourse with her until he reached the point of climax. Epstein removed his penis from her vagina and climaxed into the massage table. Ooh. Black received $350 for that massage, and I asked her if she had any formal training in providing these kinds of massages because I was very interested. Black stated she did not. Black continued to state on one other occasion Epstein introduced his assistant, Nada or Nothing, to the massage. Nada or Nothing was brought into the room with Black to provide a massage. Epstein had them kiss and fondle each other around the breasts and buttocks as they provided a massage to Epstein. Epstein watched and masturbated as this occurred, and why would you not? On other occasions, Epstein introduced the large white vibrator to himself. During the massage, Epstein stroked the vibrator massager on Black vagina as she provided the massage. Black stated the last time she spoke with anyone at the house was with Sarah during the weekend of October 2 or 3, 2005. Black stated she had brought two people to the Epstein house. She provided the names of Black, and Black, unknown last name. It would be noted that Black had previously identified as Black and had previously interviewed. The interview was concluded and the videotape was placed into evidence via the locker system.
Oh dear.
On November 9th, Sergeant Frick and I traveled to Fairway Lakes Drive in Boynton Beach, Florida, in hopes to interview Juan Alessi, the former houseman of Epstein's home, as no one was home, and a business card was left for him to return my call. We then traveled to another location on 86th Lane in Miami in hopes to interview Alfredo Rodriguez, a former houseman bitch of Epstein. We did not locate them at home. I wonder why. I left a business card for him to return my call. We then traveled to Black, and met with Sean, Dean of Students, Mr. Black. We requested to speak with Black. Black was re-interviewed, and as she was still in possession of the rental car that Epstein had acquired for her. Black stated that Sarah, Epstein's assistant, had called her on her cell phone and informed her that rental was extended for her. Sarah stated she had paid an additional $625 for her to keep the rental an extra month. Black was asked if she had any additional contact with either Epstein or anyone from his organization. Black stated she did not, other than the telephone call informing her that she could keep the car for an extra month. Black did not provide any additional information. On November 10th, with approximately 9:47 a.m., Alfredo Rodriguez had a telephone reference with my business card found on his door. Rodriguez stated he had worked with Epstein for approximately 6 months after the previous houseman left. Rodriguez stated that it was his responsibility to keep the identity of the masseuses private. Mr. Epstein had a massage in the morning and one in the afternoon. And this is a busy, busy man. Mr. Epstein had Mr. Rodriguez stated he would rather speak about this in private because, well, you don't do these kind of things in public. He advised he would come to the police station to speak with me. Rodriguez stated he would return my call on Monday, November 4th, 2005. I then made telephone contact with Juan Alessi and advised he found my card on his door and wanted to know what I needed to speak with him about. I explained to Alessi that I was conducting an investigation on his former employer, Mr. Epstein. Alessi stated he would return my call shortly as he was in the middle of a project at his home. I received a telephone call from attorney Donald Morell from above phone number. Mr. Morell stated he represented Mr. Alessi and did not want me speaking with his client. I then made the telephone contact with the state's attorney's office and confirmed that subpoenas would be issued to the former employees to assist in the investigation. I then made telephone contact with attorney Guy Fonston, attorney for Mr. Epstein. I explained to Mr. Fonston that I would like to speak with Mr. Epstein. He stated Mr. Epstein was not in the residence in Florida at this time and would check with him to ascertain if he could be here by Wednesday, November 16th, 2005 for an interview. Mr. Vonstein stated he would return my call should Mr. Epstein decide to come into the police station for an interview. Investigation continues.
Next on the next 48. on November 14th, 2005.
It made me get him a sandwich.
Detective Sandman and I traveled to blank and spoke with Black. She was told of the ongoing investigation involving Epstein. Black advised that she had gone to the house on several occasions. During a sworn tape statement, she advised she started to go to the house approximately 1 year ago and was brought by Black. Black stated that Black brought her into the house and she was introduced to a girl named Sarah. Once she met her, Sarah brought her upstairs into the master bathroom. Black stated that she met Jeffrey in the bathroom. He lay on the table and picked the massage oils. She provided the massage as he lay naked on the massage bed. She stated that she rubbed his calves and back area. Upon the end of the massage, Epstein removed himself from the massage table and paid her $300 for the massage. Black stated that she had only been at the house approximately 5 or 6 times. Black said that each time that she went to the house, she was notified by Sarah. Epstein's assistant, that Epstein was in town, would like her to work. Black stated that she returned to the house and was again led upstairs by Sarah. She provided the massage clothed. Black advised it wasn't really weird until later on. Black was asked if she was ever removed her clothing to provide the massage. Black stated it was not until the third time that she went where she removed her clothing. Black stated that she was notified by Sarah that Epstein wanted her to come to work. She arrived at the house and was led upstairs by Sarah. She started providing the massage when Epstein asked her to remove her clothing. Black removed her pants, her shirt, and her bra. She stayed in her thong panties and continued rubbing Epstein. Epstein turned over onto his back and she rubbed his chest area. Black stated that she knew he was masturbating himself as he provided the massage. Black stated that she believed he climaxed based on his breathing. She did not want to view either the climax or the fact that he was masturbating. Black stated that once the breathing relaxed, he got up and told her to get dressed. She was paid $300 for her services. Black stated that on the last time that she went to provide a massage, she was notified by Sarah to come to the house and work. Sarah seemed kind of like a bitch. Black stated that she was now dating her current boyfriend and did not feel comfortable going. She recalled it was approximately January of 2005. She said that she went, already thinking that this would be the last time. She went upstairs and went to the master bathroom. She met with Epstein, who was wearing only a towel as he entered the room to lie on the table. Black stated that Epstein caught her looking at the clock on several occasions, and Epstein asked her if she was in a hurry. Black stated that her boyfriend was in the car waiting for her. Black further stated that Epstein got upset she wasn't enjoying the massage. She told him that she did not want to continue as she would not be back. Epstein told her to leave as she was ruining his massage. Wow.
Yeah.
I asked her if she had any contact with Epstein's organization. She stated that she received $200 from Western Union and Royal Palm Beach and Okeechobee Boulevard as a Christmas gift. Black advised that she had no formal training in providing any massages. Black also stated that she was 16 years old when she first went to Epstein's house.
Oh, man.
Oh.
At
Damn.
approximately 4:22 p.m., I made telephone contact with Black. She agreed to meet with me at a public place. I suggested that she come to the police station for an interview. Black did not want to meet at the police station. I recommended that we meet at the Palm Beach Gardens Mall in the food court area. She agreed, and an appointment was made for November 15th at 2005 at 5 p.m. in the food court. The investigation continues.
Dun, dun, dun.
On 10/20/2005, I assisted executing a search warrant at 358 El Brillo Way in the town of Palm Beach.
Yes.
Palm Beach County, Florida, under the direction of Affiant Detective Joe Riccari. Detective Melnichuk and I searched the pantry room that is west next to the kitchen. This room had all white cabinets with a dark gray and black countertop. We did not find anything in this room. We searched the yellow and blue room that is west next to the pantry room. This room had a very large statue of man with a bow. Taken into evidence from this room were 9 photographs and frames of various women. We searched the main entrance foyer that is to the north of the yellow and blue room. This room contained 2 bamboo chairs and ottomans with cushions. It also contained a round table with numerous books. We searched another blue room that is west of the foyer. This room had a stereo system and bookshelves that were from the floor to the ceiling. Taken into evidence from this room were 8 photographs and frames of various women and or Epstein, the owner of the residence. We searched the room to the west of the blue room that has sliding glass doors that led out to the pool. In this room in a dresser were 2 DVDs and 2 VCR tapes. These items were taken into evidence. We searched a 2004 black Chevy Suburban bearing Florida tag X99 EGL registered to Jeffrey Epstein, date of birth 1/20/53, which was located on the east of the driveway facing south. I found a thrifty rental agreement between the passenger seat and the middle console. The name on the rental agreement was Joanna Joberg from 622 Holly Drive, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida 33410. The phone number on the rental agreement was 561-714-0546. The vehicle rented was a white 2005 Chrysler Sebring.
Sebring, it's a piece of garbage.
Sebring. Well, yeah, it's a Chrysler.
Yeah.
Bearing Florida tag W99 fun. I had to. It says fun.
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 It says
The
have
vehicle.
fun.
What? The vehicle was rented on 9/25/05 at 17:58 hours and was returned on 9/26/05 at 16:52 hours. The last four numbers of the credit card used are 9821. Detective Melnichuk found a piece of paper in the middle console that said, "I used the cash in here to fill up the tank," and was signed by Joanna. I searched the 2005 black Cadillac Escalade ESV bearing Florida tag Q299GT registered to Jeffrey Epstein, date of birth 1/20/53, which is located on the west side of the driveway facing south. I did not find anything in this vehicle. All of the items that were taken into evidence were photographed in the place they were located and then turned over to crime scene.
Are you wanting to continue?
I'm laughing at Brandon. Like his chat caught my eye.
What do you charge for a 1 hour rental, Jess? I don't think you do car rentals, do you?
No.
See, she doesn't know about car rentals.
I think the answer is you couldn't afford it.
Oh, I like Wilhelmer's answer.
That is a much better
Savage.
answer.
It was savage.
Savage. Damn. Let's go.
On November 15th,
sandbagged.
2005, Detective Sandman and I traveled to Black in Black.
Sandman,
We
bring
met with
me a dream.
Black. A 17-year-old juvenile who was not in school this day due to a cold from which she was suffering. Black was told that I needed to speak with her in reference to an ongoing investigation involving a subject she would know as Jeffrey Epstein. Prior to speaking with her, I explained that because of the fact that she is a minor, I needed to speak with her parents prior to speaking with her. She telephoned her father, Mr. Blank Blank, on his cell phone and explained to him that Detective Sandman and I were there to speak with her. I spoke with Mr. Blank on the telephone and informed him I needed to speak with his daughter in reference to an ongoing investigation. Mr. Blank advised he had no problem with us speaking with his daughter. During a sworn taped statement, Black stated she met Jeffrey Epstein over a year ago. She is 16 years of age and was approached by Black, who informed her that she would make monies providing a massage to Epstein for $200. Black had informed her that she would have to provide this massage topless. Sorry, Brandon. I love you.
I love you.
Sorry, Brandon.
Black made the arrangements with Epstein and his assistants and took Black to the house. Black stated Black, and she entered through a glass door that led into a kitchen. Black took her upstairs to a master bedroom and master bathroom. She recalled the bathroom had a large pink couch, sauna, and matching shower. Epstein entered into the room wearing only a towel. Black removed their clothing, remaining only in thong underwear. She further stated that Epstein laying on his chest on the table. Epstein selected which oils to use for the massage. Both Black provided the massage on his legs, back, and feet. 40 minutes into the massage, Epstein turned over onto his back and requested Black wait downstairs in the kitchen area for Black. Epstein instructed Black to finish the massage. As Black got dressed, Black started rubbing his chest. Black left the room, and Epstein began masturbating himself as Black rubbed Epstein's chest. Black stated he continued masturbating until he climaxed on the towel he was wearing. When asked if he had removed the towel, she stated the He turned the towel around so that the opening would allow him to expose himself. After he cleaned himself off with the towel, he instructed Black the massage was done and to get dressed and meet with him downstairs. Black got dressed and met with Epstein in the kitchen area. She was paid $200 for providing the massage. Black stated she was aware that Black also received monies for the same thing. The second time she went to the house, she was again approached by Black. Black asked if she wanted to return to the house to provide another massage. Black agreed, and the arrangements were made by Black for her to return to the house. Black stated Black drove her to the house and knocked on the same glass door that leads to the kitchen area. They were allowed entry into the house by one of the staff members. Black followed her upstairs to the master bedroom area. Black left Black this time to do the massage alone. Epstein entered the room again wearing only a towel. Black began removing her clothing as she did the last time she was at the house. Epstein instructed her to get naked. He lay on the table and his stomach as Black began massaging his legs and back. As Black finished with Epstein's back and legs, Epstein then turned over onto his back. Black started to rub his chest, and he began masturbating himself. As Black rubbed his chest, Epstein leaned over and produced a massager/vibrator. He turned it on and began rubbing Black's vagina and masturbating himself at the same time. Black stated as she continued to rub his chest. As this was occurring, she described the vibrator/massager as large, gray with a large head. Epstein rubbed her vagina for approximately 2 to 3 minutes with the massager/vibrator. He then removed the vibrator from her vagina area and concentrated on masturbating himself. Black stated that he climaxed onto the towel again and informed her that the massage was done. I'm like trying to read it and like
there's a question.
Do you like a white guy or black guys? I don't discriminate.
Well, and look at this. Say Brandon when a name is missing.
Ooh, okay. I like that idea.
This one's rough
I'm
though,
down.
because this girl's what, 16,
Yeah.
17.
15? Well, at 17 at the time of the interview, but it was a year ago when she
Right.
first met him.
So she could have been anywhere between 15 or 16.
And I'm trying to read it in a low voice because I don't want my parents to hear me because it's disturbing, and then it's also disturbing, so I'm like struggling to read it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of this shit's dark.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the picture I had up there. Damn it.
What?
The hell? Here, that's better. Shame for shame.
What was it? Oh, the chick with the boobs.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I just had it there. Make me a hot ham and cheese, but you have to be naked. It'll make sense in the end. Black. I told him I have experience. You are not a child, Brandon. I'm going to treat you like a child, but doesn't mean you are one. I like that
Oh
though.
my.
You were. I think you were right here after the large white head, and he concentrated on masturbating himself right there.
Yeah. Brandon stated he climaxed onto the towel again and informed her that the massage was done. Brandon got dressed and met with Brandon, who was waiting in the kitchen area. She received $200 for the massage. Brandon said she never returned to the house and had no desire to return to the house. Brandon was asked if she received any formal massage training. She advised she had no formal training. Brandon was asked if Epstein knew her real age. Brandon stated he knew as he asked her and is still attending some motherfucking high school. The interview was concluded. I suggested Brandon inform her parents of what occurred at the Epstein house. Brandon stated she would tell her father as he was unaware this had occurred. I left my business card for any questions they have. We left the area and returned to the police station. The tape was placed into evidence. Investigation continues.
I mean,
Where is my internet lawyer?
Did you see what he said above that?
If you want to spank me, I'm on board. Jess and Young can't watch.
oof.
I need a Batman light for my.
What if we all want to take turns spanking you, Brandon? Then what?
Oh, what are you going to do then? So whose turn is it? Is
It's
it mine?
yours. It's yours. Izzy.
Okay. On November 15th, 2005, Officer Bunyan, that looks funny, and I responded to the Palm Beach Garden Mall food court section to meet with Brandon. Let's go. At approximately 5:10 p.m., Brandon arrived and met with us at the food court. Brandon provided a sworn taped statement in which she stated she had been at Epstein's house over 50 times.
Damn.
She began going to Epstein's house when she turned 18 years old. Brandon was asked if she knew of the ongoing investigation, and Brandon stated she was aware that there was an investigation, as she had been told by other girls that were interviewed. Additionally, she has several telephone conversations with Epstein's assistants as to what had been going on during the investigation. I asked Brandon how she was introduced to Epstein. Brandon stated she did not want to disclose who brought her to the house, but she would respond to any other questions. When I asked her what happened at the house, Brandon stated everything happened. It all began with the massages. Each time she went, more things happened. She would massage Epstein. He would masturbate and climax. She stated things escalated from there. She provided oral sex on Epstein, and he provided oral sex on her. She stated he would also use a massager/vibrator on her vagina to stimulate her as she massaged him.
Oh no.
He introduced his assistant Nadia or Nada or Nothing to have vaginal intercourse with Brandon. She stated Nadia or Nothing or Nadia or Nobody would utilize a strap-on or synthetic penis to have intercourse with her. Getting pegged. She was told to masturbate herself as Epstein and Nada or Nothing had sexual intercourse. All this was done at Epstein's direction. Brandon could not provide exact dates as she been to the house so many times. Brandon stated Epstein inserted his fingers in her vagina to stimulate her as she massaged him. When I asked her if there had been any vaginal intercourse with Epstein, she stated she did not have sex with him. She did admit having sex with Nada or Nothing, his assistant. Brandon stated not every time she went involved sexual favors. Sometimes she would just talk with him and get paid. I asked her how much she was paid each time and she went to Epstein's residence. Brandon stated she got paid $300 every time she went to the house. She was told to bring other girls to him to provide those massages. Brandon declined, stating that she does what she does and did not want to introduce anyone else to do what she does. Brandon stated she had never received any formal training in providing massages. I showed Brandon a photo lineup of which Nada Markovonova had placed in position 6-9. She reviewed the 6-9 photographs and immediately identified Nada or Nobody Markovonova as the person with whom she had intercourse. Additionally, it was the same person she watched have intercourse with Epstein. She signed the photo lineup with her special photograph autograph under Nada Markovonova's photo as the person she identified. We then left the mall and returned to the police station. The photo lineup and the tape were placed into evidence. Investigation continues.
On November 17th, 2005, I received a phone message from attorney Guy Fronston, who advised to call his cellular phone at reference his client Jeffrey Epstein. I telephoned his cell phone and left a message for him to return my call. I did not receive a call back on Thursday, November 17th, 2005. On Friday, November 18th, 2005, I retrieved another voicemail from my work phone from Mr. Fronston, advising he would not produce his client Jeffrey Epstein for any statement. Fronston stated that he had spoken with Asa Lana Bolovacek and expressed Mr. Epstein had a passion for massages. Sounds like it did.
It's like he had more than a passion for massages.
Yeah. I called Asa Lana Bolovacek and confirmed that Fronston had telephoned her reference this case. Although nothing was discussed, Mr. Fronston did advise her that Epstein is very passionate about massages. I also spoke with Asa Dalia Weiss, referencing the previous employees, Juan and Maria Alessi. She advised that they had been served through a subpoena process server. They were both scheduled to appear Monday, November 21, 2005 at 12 p.m. On November 21, 2005, I met with Asa Weiss, attorney Donnie Morell, and Juan and Maria Alessi at the state attorney's office. Asa Weiss had requested a court reporter to be present to take the statement of Donnie Morell. Alessi S. I spoke with Maria Alessi in the presence of her attorney, Donnie Morell. She advised she had worked for Epstein for 8 years, from the period of 94 through 2002. She advised that she had never had any direct conversation with him. She stated it was her husband who spoke directly with Epstein. Her work consisted of doing house cleaning, shopping, and other preparations when Epstein would arrive in town. Alessi stated that the preparations consisted of preparing the house and several bathrooms for his arrival. She advised she did view several masseuses that arrived at the house. She advised that 2 or 3 of the girls that would come in during the day and provide the massages. The other girls that arrived looked young in age. Miss Alessi did not know any of the girls personally and were always different. She was told that when Epstein was in the residence, he did not want to encounter the Alessis during his stay in Palm Beach. I then spoke with Mr. Alessi in the presence of his attorney, Donnie Morell. Mr. Alessi stated that he was employed for 11 years with Mr. Epstein. He originally hired him as a part-time employee and then moved up to a full-time position. His duties included everything. Alessi stated he was the house manager, driver, and a house maintenance person. It was his responsibility to prepare the house for Epstein for his arrival. When asked about cooks or assistants, Alessi stated they traveled with Epstein on his private plane. He remembered dealing with his girlfriend, Miss Maxwell, originally and then dealt with Epstein directly. I asked Mr. Alessi about the massages that occurred within the home. Mr. Alessi stated that Mr. Epstein had up to 3 massages a day. Each masseuse that visited the house was different. Alessi stated that towards the end of his employment, the masseuses were younger and younger. When asked how young, Mr. Alessi stated that they appeared to be 16 or 17 years of age at the most. The massages would occur in Epstein's bedroom or bathroom. There were times that he recalled that he would set up the massage tables either in Epstein's bedroom or in his bathroom. I asked if there were things going on other than a massage. Alessi stated that there were times towards the end of his employment that he would have to wash off a massager or vibrator and a long rubber penis, which were in the sink after the massage. Additionally, he stated the bed would almost always have to be made after the massage. Alessi was never privy to what went on during the massages. He was asked if he remembered any of the names of the girls that massaged Epstein. He tried to remember and was unable to provide any exact names of the girls. Alessi was asked about any contact with anyone from the Epstein organization. Alessi said he did speak with Mr. Epstein shortly after my initial contact with him to find out what was going on. Alessi also stated that approximately on November 11th, 2005, he was contacted by a private investigator from the law offices of Roy Black. The investigator had called him to meet with him to ascertain what he was going to tell the police. Alessi stated that they met at the Carrabba's restaurant in Boynton Beach and discussed the same questions I was asking him. I informed Mr. Alessi and Mr. Morell that this is an ongoing investigation and that anything we discuss should be confidential. They also acknowledged the fact that the informant could be kept confidential, or the information could be kept confidential. It should be noted that a court reporter was present during the interview and would be providing a copy of the statements to me when they became available. On November 21st, 2005, I received a voicemail from Mr. Fronston, who advised he would not be making Mr. Epstein available for any statements. He did have some words that he wanted to relay on behalf of Mr. Epstein, so I telephoned his office and left a message for him to return my call. On November 29th, 2005, I received a call back from Mr. Fronstein, who left a voicemail after hours on November 28th, 2005, advising he would return my call during normal business hours to speak with me in reference to the November 29th, 2005. So these people all knew about what was going on.
Yes,
they
and
just
did
stood
nothing.
by and did nothing.
Yes. Well, they had plausible deniability. They never saw anything. They never actually saw it happen. So in a court of law, could they be held? No. In a court of public opinion,
They're
yeah,
assholes.
because they knew what was going on.
Yeah. If you have girls that are 16 years old, 17 years old, showing up and you know this dude likes getting rubbed down, and you know what you're finding in the sink, it's like, come on, bro. Really?
Yeah, you sick books. You're just going to let that happen to these kids.
Yeah. But no, I got to get paid.
Dizzy, did you see what I added to your soundboard?
Oh, what did you add to my soundboard?
Right under Uwu.
You're so bad.
Oh, no.
I'm going to come.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
I love you. You love me.
Can I like you where you pee? What?
What?
He's an asshole. Look at his haircut. Anybody with a haircut like that, you know he's an asshole.
Toy box. I was one of those masseuses. I was rubbing, talking, but nothing's done.
Oh no, no.
Oh, toy box brain. We can fill in those blanks with your name also. We have to have another name there besides
That's true.
Brandon. So
Yeah.
looks
toy
like
box.
you volunteered. You were a masseuse for that.
Yeah. Okay. So on November 29th.
Well, this is still continued on from.
Oh, is this still continued on for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still you.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine.
On November 29th, 2005, at approximately 2:30 p.m., I received a telephone call on the department-issued cell phone. Mr. Fronstein stated that he was calling to relay information that Mr. Epstein wished he could relay. Mr. Fronstein stated that he would not allow Mr. Epstein to speak with me at this time. He further stated that Mr. Epstein is very passionate about massages. He continued that Mr. Epstein had allegedly donated over $100,000 to the Ballet of Florida for massages.
How does the Ballet of Florida do massages?
Yeah, what the hell is that? The massages are therapeutic and spiritually sound for him. That is why he had so many massages. Mr. Fronstein stated that he appreciated the way the investigation has not been leaked out into the media. I explained to Mr. Fronstein that it is important to protect the innocent if the allegations are not substantiated. Mr. Fronstein was told of the allegations that the private investigators assigned to the case had been portraying themselves as police officers. Additionally, I had explained that my cell phone had been called by the private investigators. Mr. Fronstein advised that he was not aware of that and advised that they're under the directions of attorney Roy Black in Miami. Mr. Fronstein further stated that Epstein had originally called Mr. Dershowitz in Boston, who recommended Roy Black in Miami, who asked Mr. Fronstein to assist. I informed him that if and when any charges would be presented, I would notify him. The call was then terminated. The investigation continues.
Oof.
A review of the telephone message books, which were obtained during the search warrant, was conducted in which various messages from different dates were written made to Jeffrey Epstein. The telephone message books have a duplicate carbon copy, which, once a phone message is written into the book, the top copy is then torn on the perforated edge and the carbon copy is left in the book. First, my names of girls and dates and telephone numbers were on the copy of the messages. I recognized various numbers and names of girls that had already been interviewed. The body of the messages was time of the day that they called for confirmation of quote work end quote. Other names and telephone numbers were located in which the body of the messages were quote I have girls for him, or I have 2 girls for him. These messages were taken by Sarah for Jeffrey Epstein. Based on the context of the body of the messages, I requested subpoenas for subscriber information on the telephone numbers and the time frame involved. Copies of the messages were made from evidentiary purposes. I obtained Brandon, Toy Box,
Young. T-Rex.
Young, and T-Rex yearbooks for 2005, 2004, and 2003. I first reviewed the 2005 yearbook and I located most of the girls I had spoken with. Additionally, I located Toy Box. Based on the corrected name spelling, I was able to locate her to her residence in.
Black.
I was gonna say,
Brandon.
Never mind. No, no, no,
No. What's clogging up your voice? Voice box girl.
It's your name, Brandon. I can't say it. On December 8th, 2005, Detective Caristo and I responded to Brandon in Black. I located T-Rex at her home. She advised she is attending
School.
I think that motherfucking high school and is participating in the early release program so she can maintain her part-time job as she is still a minor. I left my business card to her to have her mother return my call to request an interview with her daughter. We then left the area. I also had previously researched the telephone number for Brandon and telephone number Black. A subpoena had been issued for the information on Brandon. The telephone number was registered to Brandon Lesko of LawTube. A query of Black reveals that she is the daughter of Black and is currently residing at some residence somewhere. Detective Caristo and I attempted contact with Brandon with negative results. We then responded to really long black line. I also attempted contact with Mr. T-Rex with negative results. I left my business card for him to return my call. T-Rex isn't even watching to know that we're using him in this.
He likes being used anyway.
Shame. Shame. On December 9th, 2005, I received a telephone call from Vilhammer's mother.
Wow.
We're just gonna,
Yeah, we're just
who
going with
was
it.
made aware of the ongoing investigation in Palm Beach. Brandon advised she was told of everything that occurred at Epstein's house involving Epstein and his staff. She advised she would allow me to question her daughter about what occurred and would cooperate with the investigation. Brandon provided me with Young's cellular telephone number to schedule an appointment for an official interview. I telephoned her cellular phone and made a tentative appointment for Monday, December 12th, 2005. I then received a telephone call from Brandon Lesko, father of T-Rex, who stated he found that business card on his door. I explained that I was conducting an investigation and he needed to speak with Young, as she may have information that could assist in the investigation. Mr. Lesko stated that his daughter no longer resides with him and has her own trailer in another trailer park.
Oh my god.
He would tell her to call me. Oh, looks like Hal wants to be included in the story. Okay.
All right, Hal, we got
We
you.
got you, Hal. He said, I have some leftover chili if anyone is interested. On December 12th, 2005, due to a conflict with schedules, arrangements were made to meet with Brandon Lesko on Tuesday, December 13th, 2005 at 5 p.m. On December 13th, 2005, Detective Dawson and I traveled to wherever the hell he was and met with Brandon Lesko. During a sworn tape statement, Young stated that when she was 16 years old, she was taken to Epstein's Island or Epstein's house to provide a massage for money. Young stated it was before Christmas last year when T-Rex approached her and asked if she needed to take money for Christmas. Young stated she did and agreed to provide a massage for money. Young made arrangements to take T-Rex to the house and drove T-Rex to the house to work. Young stated she could not remember the street name, but would be able to drive to the street. They drove to the last house on the street and pulled in the last house on left side. They walked up the driveway and entered through a side gate which led to a kitchen door. They knocked on the door and were encouraged by an employee who Young described as a Spanish-looking lady. They informed her that they were expected. They were then encountered by a white female with long hair. Hal was unable to remember the name of the white female with blonde hair, but knew she was Epstein's assistant. She was led upstairs by the white female who explained that there would be lotions out already, and Epstein would choose the lotion he wanted her to use. She was led through a spiral staircase which led to a master bedroom and bathroom. The massage table was already set up in the bathroom. Young described the bathroom. Young described the bathroom as God damn it, I lost my spot again.
As a large spacious bathroom
With a steam room and shower beside it with a sink to the right. Young was introduced to Jeff, who was on the phone when she entered. Jeff was wearing a white towel and lay on his stomach so that Young may massage his feet and calves. Young started the massage with the massage oil Jeff chose and rubbed his feet and calves. Jeff got off the phone and requested she massage his back as well. Brandon began rubbing his back and got to the small of his back. During the rubbing of his back, Jeff asked her to get comfortable. He requested she remove her pants and shirt. The Hal 9000 has two Sal 9000s that rub enough things. Brandon removed her shirt and pulled her pants off. Brandon stayed in her bra and thong panties. And she finished the small of the back. Jeff then turned onto his back. He instructed she rub his chest and pinch his nipples.
Okay. It's getting a little awkward.
As she began to rub his chest, Jeff asked her questions about herself. Brandon remembered telling him she attended some motherfucking high school. Jeff asked her if she was sexually active. Before Brandon could answer, he also asked what sexual positions does she enjoy. Brandon stated she was shy. She didn't like talking about those things. She continued rubbing his chest. Epstein reached up and unsnapped her bra from the front. Brandon explained that bra she used had a front snapping device. Epstein rubbed her breast and asked her if she liked having her breasts rubbed. Brandon said, "No, I don't like that." Epstein then removed his towel and lay on the bed naked, exposing his penis to Brandon. He began touching his penis and masturbated as he touched her breasts. Brandon explained Jeff then touched her vagina area by rubbing her vagina with his fingers on the outside of her thong panties. Brandon tensed up and stated Jeff was aware that she was uncomfortable.
Got him.
think you're a little premature, though, buddy.
Don't care. Jeff was a little premature on this.
Oh,
Oh God, I'm
this
sorry, I
is-
couldn't help it.
His stuff is like so awkward. It's
I
like,
know. I had to break it up because it was so
oh,
awkward.
It's just, it just feels icky.
It was gross reading it.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
the next
gross.
paragraph isn't any better.
Nope, it's not.
Fuck my
No,
life.
that's why I was trying to break it up there a little bit.
Brandon's
Oh.
asking, did Steve just edit the Friday stream? Not sure.
I don't know. Why would he do that? Maybe edit out the part where he was using the F word multiple times. I don't know. I heard that you got Steve like pretty lit. Way to go.
Jess, do you want me to take this paragraph?
Please.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I love you.
Black stated that Jeff told her, "Relax, I'm not going inside." She was further explained that Jeff commented to her how beautiful and sexy she was. Jeff then moved her thong panties to one side, and now it was stroking her clitoris. Black said that Jeff commented on how hard my clit was, and then he inserted 2 fingers into her vagina and was stroking her within her vagina. She tried pulling back to pull out his fingers from within her vagina, and Jeff removed his fingers from within her vagina and apologized for putting his fingers inside of her. During this time, he kept rubbing his hand on her vagina area, rubbing her vagina. Black stated that he rubbed her real hard as he was masturbating. Black said that he climaxed onto the towels he had been previously wearing and got up from the table. Jeff told her there that there was $200 for her on the dresser within the master bedroom. Jeff also told her that there was an additional $100 that was to be given to Black for bringing her there to massage him. Jeff told her to leave her telephone number with his assistant as he wanted to see her again. Jeff stated his assistant would contact her to work again soon. I asked if she had ever received any formal massage training, to which Black stated she did not. Black stated it was the only time she ever went to work for Jeff and knew what had happened to her was wrong. She stated she no longer speaks to Black because she was upset that Black took her there. She further stated that she had never been contacted for any additional work, and the interview was terminated and we left the area. Investigation continues. Ooh, this is like a warrant or something.
Oh, yeah, it's just that's what it looks like. Just
Yeah,
what
it's
they
searching.
searched, what they found.
Yeah, the next page we resume. Oh wait, no, this is more. This is more stuff that they searched.
Yeah,
Searching the CPU.
turned all items over to evidence custodian for future analysis. CPU was located, LCD monitor, all the cables removed, revealed no signs of any media devices. All of the cables were removed from an area where a computer had once been. So they removed a computer and no media devices were found there.
Yeah, and then it looks like the next thing is they searched some phone stuff, like doing digital forensic stuff, and then they started doing more searching stuff.
Dell CPU with a serial number was secured and turned over to the evidence custodian. Premio CPU was in a computer desk with a white CRT monitor, both of which were powered on. Norton antivirus had gone away, had a serial number. Why would you do that? Why did you remove? You people are idiots. You see this right here where it says, I observed no other active windows at the start panel window and photographed the screen. I removed the power cable from the back of the CPU. You realize sometimes you do that, you'll crash the whole thing. You'll never be able to start it up again.
Yeah,
it sucks. Oh, that is true. It sucks for the Lorax.
Okay. I have a
you joined me
page
here.
for you.
Jeff is that. Oof.
I have a page for you if you want to go to that, because the rest it's a lot of it. All this, the next like 10 or 12 pages, it's all this stuff.
Well, the website, it says that I mean, these are somewhat important following people having MySpace sites. All these people having MySpace sites.
Yeah.
Singular Wireless Pack, which contain a CD. I mean, all of this stuff was, some of it was never even entered into evidence.
Yeah. Because there's like surveillance stuff in here too, like them performing surveillance on locations, and then more surveillance stuff. And it looks like at page 371 we get back into interviews. Yeah, right there. Keep going.
I was just looking.
Oh yeah, it's just they're doing surveillance on locations. It's just yeah, like they're literally like getting real detailed about all the stuff that they're doing, about people coming and going, and
yeah,
car models, people, license plates, like
approximately 70. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just like it just goes on and on and on.
Oof.
Like you'd think that, like, I mean, I know this is the obvious, right? But you'd think that somebody saw something and somebody would have said something. I mean,
someone finally did.
Yeah,
it was just years later.
Yeah, but like how long did it take? Because I mean, this had been going on, like, because that one dude, the Alessi dude, said he'd been working for him since 1994. So this has been going on for like a decade at this point.
Well, and think about this: of all of the high school girls that had probably come and gone through there, that there were photographs of, that they didn't have any idea who these photographs were of.
Yeah.
Like, this is some random person we have a photograph of with no name, no nothing, no information, just like one of his little trophies.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is the most disturbing part of this. Is this been, like you said, been going on for probably close to a decade before this stuff even comes up.
Yeah, it's so just gross. Because I'm assuming, so I didn't follow this super closely, but like I assume that this investigation and all these search warrants that are being served, like this is when he got put on like the time, like at home, right, where he was basically home in prison.
So this part right here is from what brought his arrest in Florida.
Yes, and that's the one where
he basically walked away from.
Yeah, that he was big under house arrest, essentially.
Under house arrest for like a few months.
Yeah, that's
or some crap like that.
Yeah,
that's all this investigation, all of this searching that they did on this guy. That guy has some pull.
Yeah,
if he's able to get this thing knocked down to, all of these underage girls coming forward and saying, yeah, whenever I was underage, he was doing this stuff to me.
Yeah, or who's in his black book, right? I mean, because like it blows my mind that like this went on for so long, and like that it just, and nobody said anything,
and it's still going on. Just not the same guy.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like I don't know. I don't understand. Like, and if he's so passionate about massages as he says, and his lawyer says, and you gave $100,000 to the ballet or whatever that thing was, it's like, why don't you just hire them to come do it?
Right.
If you're so passionate about it and you're going to give them money anyway, go give them the $100,000 as a donation and then pay them to come do it.
Right.
It's like they're professionals. But like, no, like that, you're not passionate about massages. You want to get off. That's what it is. And just like, I don't know. This is frustrating.
He's a shite person. Just, I can understand, if these girls are college age, okay, you're just a dirty old man, but you've got girls that are college age and they, maybe still be vulnerable, but they are old enough to make those kinds of decisions for themselves of what they want to do with their bodies.
Yeah.
But whenever you're talking about, 15, 16, 17 years old, it's like, dude,
yeah.
I mean, these girls can't even drink.
Yeah.
And you're over here just doing some of the most vile things that you could possibly do to them.
Yeah. And you're throwing at the time a lot of money at them. That so it's
That
like
they think is a lot of money.
yeah. Well, I mean, but in 2005, $100 was a whole lot more than it is now. I mean,
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
I guarantee you they were getting a prostitute. If they were getting a prostitute, they would be paying a hell
Oh, a lot
hell
more
of a
than
lot more than that
yeah. But it's just
for them to be discreet.
yeah, exactly. And like that's why it's just so gross. Like this whole thing is just gross.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. We ready to continue on? You still there, Jess?
Yeah. Do you want me to read this one?
If you want. Yeah, this seems to
Okay.
be a little bit more clean.
Yeah, it's a little cleaner.
I made contact with Mr. Black, father of Black, who was told that I wished to interview his daughter. Mr. Black stated he was aware and had spoken with his daughter about the incident. He stated that his daughter had previously told him that she was hired to model lingerie at a Palm Beach mansion. Mr. Black stated he knew nothing else about what she did when she went to work. Mr. Black advised he would cooperate with the investigation and make his daughter available for interviews. I asked if she was available for an interview. Black stated she was not at home at the moment. I informed him I would make contact with her at a later time. Mr. Black expressed his interest in the resolution in this matter as he stated this information has affected his daughter emotionally. On January 4th, 2005, I acquired the subpoenas from the State Attorney's Office for Singular Wireless, Metro PCS, Verizon, Bell South Telecommunications, and Sprint for the unknown telephone numbers from Sarah Cullen's cellular phone. The subpoenas were sent to the respective telephone carriers for subscriber information. I received a telephone call from State Attorney's Office who informed me that the former houseman for Jeffrey Epstein, Alfredo Rodriguez, was present at the State Attorney's Office for an interview. Rodriguez was issued an investigative subpoena for an interview on the ongoings at Epstein's house during his employ. I responded to the State Attorney's Office and encountered Mr. Rodriguez waiting in the lobby. I brought Mr. Rodriguez to the interview room. During a sworn taped statement, Mr. Rodriguez stated he was employed by Jeffrey Epstein for approximately 6 months. He was referred by associates, and his employment lasted the months of November 2004 through May 2005. His responsibilities as house manager included being the butler, chauffeur, chef, houseman, run errands for Mr. Epstein, and provide for Epstein's guests. Rodriguez advised he had very limited contact with Mr. Epstein. If Rodriguez needed to relay a message to Mr. Epstein, he would have to notify Epstein's secretary, Leslie, in New York City, who would then notify Epstein's personal assistant, Sarah, who would relay the messages to Epstein. Rodriguez stated Epstein did not want to see or hear the staff when he was in residence.
Oh wow. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine he's wanting his car pulled around, so he tells his personal assistant that contacts another assistant that relays the message to someone else that comes back to another assistant that tells him that. That's like, oh my God, could you imagine? Well, what time do you want dinner served? And he has to send this message to Leslie in New York City, who would then notify Epstein's personal assistant, Sarah, that would relay that to Epstein. Well, what time do you want dinner? And then for her to relay that all the way back.
Well, the Alessi guy said the same thing, that like he didn't really have that much contact with him either.
Because he didn't want to see the lowly people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like he clearly treats everybody like this.
Yeah.
Unless you're a 16 or 17-year-old girl.
Exactly. Piece of shit.
I asked Rodriguez if Epstein received many guests during his stay in Palm Beach. Rodriguez advised he had many guests. I asked specifically about masseuses coming to the house. Rodriguez stated he would have 2 massages a day. Epstein would have 1 massage in the morning and 1 massage in the afternoon every day he was in residence. Rodriguez stated he would be informed to expect someone and make them comfortable until either Sarah or Epstein would meet with them. Rodriguez stated once the masseuses would arrive, he would allow them entry into the kitchen area and offer them something to drink or eat. They would then be encountered by either Sarah or Epstein. They would be taken upstairs to provide the massage. I asked Rodriguez if any of the masseuses appeared young in age. He advised he didn't ask their ages but felt they were very young. Rodriguez stated they are like his own daughter who is in
8.
eight like his own daughter who is in high school. Rodriguez stated they would eat tons of cereal and drink milk all the time. Rodriguez stated the girls that would come appeared to be too young to be masseuses. He stated one time, under Epstein's direction, he delivered a dozen roses to
An address.
somewhere for one of the girls that came to provide a massage. He knew the girls were still in high school and were of high school age. I asked Rodriguez about the massages. He felt there was a lot more going on than just massages. He would clean Mr. Epstein's bedroom after the alleged massages and would discover massager/vibrators and sex toys scattered on the floor. He also said he would wipe down the vibrators and sex toys and put them away in an armoire.
Yep.
Armoire.
Armoire. I've never seen that word before.
Oh, okay.
It's like a dresser.
You've heard it, but you've never heard it. I mean, you've heard it, but you've never seen the word.
I've never seen it. He described the armoire as a small wood armoire which was on the wall close to Epstein's bed. Epstein ordered Rodriguez to go to the dollar, rent a car, and sent a car for the same girl he brought the roses to, so that she could drive herself to Epstein's house without incident. Rodriguez said the girl always needed rides to and from the house. Rodriguez referred himself as a human ATM machine and was ordered by Epstein to maintain a minimum balance of $2,000 on him at all times. When a girl would come by the house and Mr. Epstein was either not in residence or was not at home at the time, Rodriguez was to provide the girl masseuse several $100s for their time and to notify Epstein the moment they were given. Epstein also ordered Rodriguez to purchase several gifts and provide them as tips to the girls. I asked what kind of gifts. Rodriguez stated he purchased iPods, jewelry, anything the girls would want. Rodriguez stated the amount of girls that came to the house was approximately 15. Each of the girls knew each other and all seemed to know at some high school who Mr. Epstein was. When asked to identify these girls, Rodriguez stated he could not at the moment, but knew he wrote their names down on a journal he kept during his employ with Mr. Epstein. He kept a journal in the event he needed to explain either to Mr. Epstein or his assistants what was done at the house or who visited the house. As he stated, he was in charge of Mr. Epstein's personal security while in Palm Beach. I informed him I would need to view his journal, to which he stated he would research the book and contact me to provide the book. The interview was concluded and left the area. I returned back to the police station where the microcassette was placed into evidence at approximately 7:20 p.m. I was notified Rodriguez located the journal and would call me on January 5th, 2005 to provide the journal. Investigation continues. I'll be back. My sister-in-law just got here. I'm just going to go say hi to her.
Sounds good. On January 5th, 2006, I attempted to meet with Alfredo Rodriguez to recover the folder or journal in which he kept the notes that were given to him during his employee with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. He kept his folder to justify what he did during his employee should the need arise to justify what occurred with the monies he had to keep or any questions as to the petty cash he withdrew from the household account from the bank. At approximately 10 p.m., I attempted contact with Mr. Rodriguez and discovered he was assisting his wife at her place of employment and would not be able to meet with me. Mr. Rodriguez stated he would meet me on January 6, 2006 in Broward County in the morning hours. On January 6, 2006, at approximately 9 a.m., I received a telephone call from Mr. Rodriguez, who advised he had the file in hand and would be traveling northbound to meet with me in Broward County. At 10:50 a.m., I met with Alfredo Rodriguez at the parking lot of Bank of America in Boca Raton on Ramado Road Yamato Road and Military Trail, known as the Polo Center. Sorry. I was looking at it like chicken. Rodriguez produced a green folder which contained documents, a note with Mr. Epstein's stationery with direction to deliver a bucket of roses to a specific address after so-and-so's high school drama performance. Oh, Jesus. Also in that same note was direction to rent a car for this same young lady and direction to extend the rental contract. I returned to the Palm Beach police station and placed the folder in evidence. I received a fax from Verizon from a subpoena request sent out on, that's weird. Request sent on, for telephone number, blah, blah, blah. The phone number is registered to Dr. Perry Bard from West Palm Beach. Dr. Bard is a chiropractor and has an office located on Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. The cell number is Dr. Bard's personal cell number. On January 6, 2006, Detective Caristo and I traveled to Holly Drive and Palm Beach Gardens in an attempt to locate Joanna Joberg or Soberg, I think it's Soberg, who had been previously seen on the property and identified through her Florida driver's license and Florida license plate. A business card was left for her to return my call. We then traveled to the bathroom and located so-and-so. So-and-so agreed to speak with us in a private room within the pool, within the school, provided us a taped statement.
Oh, gross.
So they had to go to this girl's school to get this taped statement.
Oh, that's just...
So during this statement, Black was advised that when she was 15 or 16 years of age, she was taken to Jeffrey Epstein's house by her associate, another bitch. Black stated this occurred late May of 2004 or June 2004. She was told she could model lingerie for money for a wealthy Palm Beacher. She remembered they traveled by yellow cab from the residence in West Palm Beach to Epstein's house. She remembered encountering Epstein at the front door during the evening hours. He introduced himself and brought them into the kitchen so that the chef could prepare something for them to eat. After having a meal, Black and Epstein brought Black upstairs to a master bedroom, which had a large bathroom. She observed a large style shower, sauna, and there was a large massage bed also in the bathroom. Epstein entered a room within the bathroom and came out wearing only a towel. Black said that they would provide a massage on his feet. Black asked why they were doing this. Black told her this was part of the routine and told her to rub his legs and calves. Epstein had told Black to get comfortable. Black continued rubbing Epstein's calves and feet at Epstein's direction. Black then left the room, leaving Black there by herself. So we'll just say White left the room, leaving Black there by herself. Epstein told Black to get comfortable. Black removed her blouse and pants and stayed in her panties. Black stated she was not wearing a bra. She believed she was wearing thong panties. Epstein turned over onto his back and began to touch her. Epstein touched her. She's 15 years old.
Yeah.
Epstein touched her breast and began touching her in the vaginal area. Epstein instructed her to rub his chest and rub his nipples. Black stated the touching consisted over the panties on the first time. He stroked her vajayjay, but stayed on top of the panties. During the first massage, she stated Epstein was stroking her and began masturbating himself at the same time. He put his hands under the towel and appeared to masturbate himself. However, she never saw his penis. She continued rubbing his chest until he grabbed her and pulled her closer to him. He appeared to have climaxed because after he pulled her closer to him, the massage was over. Epstein had told her that there was $200 for her on the dresser. He told her that she could not tell anyone what happened at the house or bad things could happen. Jesus Christ. Black stated she went to Epstein's house 3 or 4 times total. Jesus, girl. Like they put fear into this child.
Yeah.
Black was very scared and felt very nervous. She knew because of Epstein's money that he was powerful. After the massage, Epstein ordered his houseman at the time to drive the girls home. The employee was to drop off the girls at their house and watch them go inside their house. Black could not remember who the houseman was. She stated Epstein and his assistant Sarah would call her at her father's house to arrange for her to come and work. She had advised each time she returned to the house, Epstein would do the same thing. Black stated it was a routine with Epstein. She would rub his feet and calves. He would then turn over and begin to touch her on her vaginal area. The only difference was that it was done without panties. Epstein's fingers would stroke her vagina area as he would masturbate and finally climax, and the massage would be over. She was paid $200 each time that she went. Each time she went, she was reminded not to speak of what happened at the house and that she would be contacted again. Jesus Christ. She began to purposely miss the calls when either Sarah or Epstein would call her. She once brought a friend,
Purple,
unknown last name, to work for Epstein. She was paid $200 for bringing Purple. Black stated she no longer returned to work for Epstein. She also stated that she wanted to notify the police of what happened at the house. Black stated she was scared of what could have happened to her or her family if she notified authorities. On January 10th, I received the results from the subpoena from Bell South Telecommunications for the telephone number. There's the number. The number is assigned to Mr. Black's father. Black's father in such and such address. I also received the results from the Western Union, which confirmed the money order sent to Black from Jeffrey Epstein, New York City. The wire was sent by Jeffrey Epstein of giving out the address on a specific date at 12:05 p.m. The amount of $222 was charged to Epstein's credit card so that Black could receive $200. The $22 was for processing local fees to send the money via Western Union. A copy of the check presented to Black was also attached to the receipt of the wire. This confirmed what Black advised she received as a Christmas bonus from Epstein.
gross.
Yeah. Just like, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I came back and hear Shizzy say, I continue to climax. Sorry.
It's just
This is just giving the
more
of that. Vehicles. Soberg was identified as a licensed massage therapist who had previously been seen on Epstein's property when the physical surveillance was done.
Yeah.
And what does it say? Soberg was asked about what occurred during the massages. Soberg stated she was 23 years old when she met Epstein. Anything that happened was between two consenting adults. I explained to her that she was not in any trouble. However, as part of this investigation, I needed to ask certain questions. Soberg stated that there were times that Epstein would ask her to perform during the massage. He would instruct her to rub his nipples as he masturbated himself. Soberg stated she felt grossed out by the behavior, but as she was getting paid, she just continued. See, this is the
problem.
Yeah.
It's just
Soberg also advised she would on occasion perform the massages naked. Epstein on occasion would utilize the vibrator / massager on her vagina area when she performed the massages. Soberg explained that Epstein never exposed himself to her as he maintained himself covered under the towel he would be wearing. When Epstein would masturbate, he would be covered. I asked if Soberg ever received any gifts or any gratuities from Epstein. Soberg advised, aside from being paid well, she advised Epstein took care of her tuition from Palm Beach Atlantic College. No shit.
wow.
She received a rental car for a week when her scooter broke down. Additionally, she received other gifts from Epstein. Epstein also recommended her to another client who resided at Breakers Row in Palm Beach. The client she was referred to was Glenn, unknown last name, and his wife. She provided provided massages to. The statement was concluded and placed into evidence upon our return to the Palm Beach Police Department. While at the police station, I researched a specific Florida tag, which was also previously seen on the property, who it was registered to. The vehicle revealed that his daughter, so-and-so, had been driving the vehicle and was cited for unlawful speed at Lake Clark Shores. Vehicle is a tan Camaro 2-door. Jesus, I researched the date of birth of this person, resides where they reside, and has a MySpace page called myspace.com/their name. And her webpage shows various photos of her photographed at a beach. An interview is forthcoming. A review of the video disc was extracted. It appears at times that so-and-so and Haley Robbins are seen sitting with Epstein besides his desk in the evening hours. Due to poor lighting, direct confirmation cannot be made at this time. Interviews continue. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
It's just like it never ends.
Yeah.
Oy. Okay. On January 25, 2006, Detective Caristo and I responded to Black and met with Black. Stated last year, when she was 17 years of age, she met with Jeffrey Epstein through her former roommate, Black. Black was allegedly dating Epstein at the time. Black and Black had once cohabited together when they modeled. Black explained Black called her on the telephone and advised her that she was in Palm Beach and requested to see her. Black made arrangements to meet with her at Epstein's house. Black arrived and met Epstein, and Black went to the Palm Beach Mall together and went shopping. Black advised that she had received money from Epstein to go to the mall. They visited a Victoria's Secret and purchased undergarments from one of the stores, utilizing monies given by Epstein. Black advised she purchased one item, and Black purchased various items. The money used to purchase the items was given by Epstein. Black and Black continued shopping and having a day together. Black stated that Black explained how she and Epstein have been dating each other and how he has been paying all of her bills. Black claimed that Black advised that they met in New York and had been dating ever since. They later returned to Epstein's home and encountered Epstein. He had a brief conversation with Black about her modeling career. She knew of her modeling career from Black, and he requested to see her modeling portfolio and explained that he could help her with modeling jobs. Black had her book with her to show Black and showed the book to Epstein. He commented negatively about her photographs and portfolio. Black felt uncomfortable with the comments made as she had been working with other professional modeling companies who had offered her work from her photographs. Epstein requested to see what was purchased at the mall. Black took out the undergarments which were purchased. She immediately showed Epstein different sets purchased. Epstein then requested to view what Black had purchased. Black was reluctant to show the outfit, however, since it was in Epstein's money that purchased the item. She pulled it out of the bag. Epstein asked her to try it on. Black looked at Black, who told her, "Yeah, try it on." Feeling compelled to try on the undergarment outfit on, she went to another room to put the bra and panty set. She walked out to another room and put the bra and panty set on. Walked out to the living room where they were sitting and modeled the suit. She then went back into the other room and changed back into her clothes. Black returned into the room and told Black she would be going home. Black scheduled another day for Black to return for massages with her. Black stated that within the same week, she returned to meet with Black and have a massage. Black had told her that she would be unable to stay with her as she would be going on a bike ride with Epstein. Black explained that she could stay at the house and take advantage of the massage. Black stated that she met up with an unknown massage therapist and had the table already set up in a guest room. Black removed her clothing, leaving her panties on, and wrapped herself with a towel for the massage. Black remembered that the door to the guest room was closed but not locked. As the therapist who was working her back, the door was opened by Epstein and entered into the room. Black was trying to conceal herself as Epstein was talking to her about his chiropractic session. Epstein told Black to turn over onto her back. Black eventually did turn over, exposing her breast to Epstein as he applied pressure on her shoulder and her waist. Black stated Epstein popped her back. Black removed herself from the table, got dressed, and left the house. Black further stated that Black had attempted to call her on several occasions to invite her back to Epstein's house, to which Black replied, "I'm busy." Black advised that she had not had contact with either Black or Jeffrey Epstein. It should be noted that her mother, Black, was present during the interview. The interview concluded, and we thank them for their time. Gross.
Yeah, gross.
It's just like,
And how much did she leave out of what happened because her mother was there with her?
yeah.
That would be concerning. But of course, you can only go by what she says happened.
Yeah. It feels like, oh, like I need a shower. Like,
It makes me feel
this
dirty
is just
reading it.
gross. Yeah.
Did you want to read this next one? Because it seems like she's at least of age.
Okay. On January 27th, 2006, I made a telephone contact with Christina Venero at whatever her phone number is. Venero is a licensed massage therapist who had frequented the home of Jeffrey Epstein. Miss Venero has been unable to meet with me in Palm Beach County. And because she lives and works in Port St. Lucie, a telephone interview was conducted. I explained to Miss Venero that there was an ongoing investigation involving Jeffrey Epstein. Venero stated she knows Epstein and has been employed by him for approximately 3 years. Epstein has paid Venero to perform Swedish massages, deep tissue, on him and other guests. Venero explained that approximately 3 years ago she met Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein through a mutual friend. Epstein and Maxwell were looking for a massage therapist. Venero stated since that time she is notified when Epstein is coming to Palm Beach. Venero stated she comes to his house and provides the massage or massages. Venero explained she has also massaged his guests and assistants. Venero continued that she is paid $100 an hour for the massage. I asked Venero if anything occurred during the massage that would have made her feel uncomfortable. Venero stated she only provided massages and that was it. She never was approached for anything else. I would ask if Epstein ever asked her to rub his chest. She stated she would not rub his chest and that is not part of her massage. Venero explained that she was not Epstein's type. The girls she would see at Epstein's house were very thin, beautiful, and without tattoos. Venero explained she had several tattoos that are visible. Maxwell and Epstein have commented negatively about her tattoos previously when she has provided massages. Venero stated she only provided massages for Epstein and his associates, and nothing happened during those massages. Venero stated, as she does Swedish-style massages, the patient is usually sore after the massage. I thanked her for her assistance, and the interview was concluded at this time. I received a
Fax
Yeah.
from T-Mobile cellular service on telephone number, which is associated or assigned to David Rogers, a pilot for Mr. Epstein, who resided in Lake Worth.
Ooh.
Rogers' telephone number was dialed on several locations by Sarah Kellen. A background on Rogers indicated he has a valid FAA pilot license, first class for the Southern FAA region. Rogers has another historical FAA license for airline transport pilot. Investigation continues.
Oof.
This one's graphic.
Oh, thanks.
Not it.
On Fryberry, February 3rd, 2005, I had made arrangements to meet with Joanna Harrison at the Palm Beach Police Station at approximately 1 p.m. Harrison and her friend Victoria Bean arrived at the police station. During an interview with Harrison, she stated she had met Epstein when she turned 18 years old and was brought to Epstein's house to provide a massage. She advised this occurred on May of 2005. She advised Haley Robeson had informed her if she wanted to provide a massage for $200. Harrison agreed, and was brought to Epstein's house to provide a massage. Harrison stated she had been to the house on many occasions during the massage sessions. Harrison also stated that she would remove her clothing to provide the massage on Epstein. Harrison advised Epstein would pay her $300 to rub his back, legs, and chest. During the massages, Epstein would masturbate himself as he rubbed his chest. I asked her if Epstein ever touched her breast during the massages. Harrison replied, yes. I asked her if Epstein ever touched or massaged her vagina. Harrison stated that he had on several occasions. I asked her if he ever penetrated her with either his penis or any other objects. Harrison stated that during the massage he inserted his fingers into her as she massaged him. She stated this occurred only one time. Harrison stated the massage would be over when Epstein would climax onto a towel. I asked Harrison if she had any formal massage training, to which she replied that she did not. Harrison was then asked if she ever brought anyone to the house to work. Harrison stated she brought 2 people to the house. She advised she received money for bringing people to the house to work. Harrison stated she brought a girl named Black and her friend Tori Bean. Bean was still waiting for Harrison in the lobby of the police station. I thanked Harrison for her time and her cooperation and escorted her to the lobby. I asked Miss Bean if I could speak with her about this investigation. I brought her to the interview room and explained to her that I was conducting an investigation on shithead Jeffrey Epstein and felt she may have information pertaining to the investigation. Miss Bean identified herself as Victoria Bean and resides in Wellington, Florida. She advised approximately a year ago she was brought to Epstein's house to provide a massage for money. Bean stated she needed to make money and felt it was a quick way to make some money. Yeah, it always is. Bean stated she was brought to the house by Harrison and was introduced to Epstein and his assistant. She was brought to his main bathroom and provided a massage. I asked her if she provided the massage naked. Bean stated that she did. She rubbed Epstein's legs, back, and chest. I asked Bean if Epstein touched her during the massage. She advised he did not. However, he did masturbate himself as she rubbed his chest. Once he climaxed, the massage was over. She was paid her money and left the area. Bean advised it occurred one time that she never returned to Epstein's house. Advised it occurred one time. Oh, okay. Bean advised that it had only occurred one time and she never returned to his house. The interview was concluded and Bean was escorted to the lobby. I located the telephone number for Black and attempted to contact her on several occasions. I called Black, who spoke with Miss Purple, who advised she would speak with me in an address where she resides. Due to a scheduling conflict, we were unable to meet. I informed her I would contact her to schedule another appointment to speak with her about this investigation. I have attempted to meet with her and make telephone contact with negative results. On February 13th of 2006, I met with David Rogers at a specific address in Lake Worth. Rogers was identified as Epstein's pilot. I spoke with Rogers, who advised he'd been employed with Epstein since '91. He flies both planes for Epstein depending on where he wants to fly to. Rogers was asked about passengers in the planes he flies. Rogers stated unless Epstein flew to his island off of St. Thomas, there would be no way of knowing who the passengers were. I mentioned a recent flight to Ohio where Rogers flew to Ohio to pick up Black. Rogers stated he recalled flying on several occasions and did remember Black. Rogers stated once he is in the cockpit, he does not know who the passengers are. When he prepares the passenger manifest, he lists Epstein and his assistants he knows by name, Sarah and Adriana. Rogers stated he would list either female or male passengers on the manifest only to keep account on the passengers. Mrs. Rogers came into the living room and recommended that her husband consult with an attorney. Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers agreed he would speak with a family attorney to inform him of this questioning, explained to Mr. Rogers that he was not the suspect in the investigation, and ceased all questions. Based on the fact that Rogers could not advise who passengers were on the plane, I then left the area. I attempted to locate Black in Black. I left my business card for her to return my call. On February 14th, 2006, I received a call back from Miss Black. Investigation. I left on my voicemail. Miss Black left her telephone number for a return call with her number. I left her a message to return the call. Investigation continues.
Yep.
He got more black than Jess.
So on February 15th, 2006, I made a telephone contact.
Hold on just a second.
Oh,
Can you
yep.
pause a second? Is our stream still up and running?
Yeah, it says it's live.
Okay. I wasn't sure. It looked like it wasn't streaming. Nobody's said anything in chat. I was concerned that maybe we got shut down. That's all.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it's still working.
Yeah, it's still running.
I don't know, but I to play it safe, I turned off monetization on my stream so that way.
Yeah. So on February 15th, 2006, I made telephone contact with Black, who provided directions to where I could locate her. Detective Caristo and I responded to an address in Lake Park to meet with Black. Upon my arrival, I met with Black in the parking lot directly behind Mako Auto Painting. She was advised I was there to speak with her about an ongoing investigation that concerned Jeffrey Epstein in Palm Beach. Black stated she knows Epstein very well and did not want to speak with me about Mr. Epstein. She was very fond of Mr. Epstein and did not want to speak with me about anything concerning Jeffrey Epstein. I explained to her that she was seen at the house and I would like to speak with her. She stated that she knew that there was an investigation and that I had spoken with her with other people, and therefore I should know what happened at Epstein's house. Black ended the conversation and walked back into her boyfriend's business, Blanton Automotive. Detective Caristo and I left the area and returned to the police station. Investigation continues. So, a grand jury session was requested during the month of February of 2006, in which all the girls that had been interviewed would have been called to testify before the grand jury to seek an indictment against Jeffrey Epstein. Due to subsequent meetings with the state attorney's office and defense attorney Alan Dershowitz, the grand jury was postponed until a later time. Dershowitz had provided a package of material on the main victims in this case, in which they appear on myspace.com and speak about alcohol use and some marijuana use. The state attorney's office wanted time to review the material. I requested additional subpoenas from the state attorney's office, in which I requested information from Dollar Rent-A-Car, Jet Aviation. The information requested from Dollar Rent-A-Car was for the rented vehicle by Alfredo Rodriguez while under the employ of Epstein for one of the victims. The other subpoena requested was for Jet Aviation for dates and times when Epstein planes were in Palm Beach County. I continue to research other names that were acquired either from interviews or intelligence gathered during the investigation. I located, Black in Black, and I responded to Black in Black. During the interview, Black stated she knew I would be speaking with her. Black stated that she was first introduced to Epstein when she turned 18 years old. Black stated that she was sure of her age as it was her senior year in high school. She advised she was brought there to make money and was told that she would have to provide a massage to this Palm Beach guy. She remembered she met Epstein and his assistant Sarah in the kitchen. She stated she was taken by one of her friends, Black. She stated she went upstairs with Sarah while Epstein got ready for the massage. He exited his bathroom naked, and Black turned around. Epstein asked her if being naked offended her. Black stated it made her uncomfortable, and so Epstein then put on a towel and lay on the table. Black stated that she rubbed his back and feet. She stated she had no massage training or experience. Black stated during the massage, Epstein attempted to touch her butt. Black pulled away as he touched her butt. She told him again that she was uncomfortable with him touching her. Epstein then cut the massage short and became upset with her. Epstein paid her $200 for the massage and told her to leave the house. Black never returned to the house. She did advise of one time she went with Black. However, she waited in the car for Black as she did not want to go into the house. At the conclusion of Black's visit with Epstein, they left the area. Black stated that she had heard from the other girls who have gone to the house that Epstein now required them to do the massage naked and allow him to touch them in their private areas for monies. The interview was concluded as Black did not have any other information to provide. I then learned from the original victim, Black, the defense attorney who had learned of her identity. I spoke with the father of the victim who stated there had been a private investigator on his house photographing his family and chasing visitors who come to the house. He provided a Florida license plate. This vehicle is registered to Ivan Robles of West Palm Beach. Robles is a private investigator intern who is licensed in the state. I informed the state attorney's office of the above information. I received the grand jury subpoenas to be delivered to all 3 victims for a grand jury session to be held on April 18th through April 20th of 2006. The investigation continues. And with that one, I think I'm going to have to go, guys.
No worries.
This has been, I don't want to say fun, but it has been interesting and gross. You're muted, Shizzy.
Yeah, it has been pretty disturbing.
Yeah. You're muted, Shizzy. Yeah, you're muted. Hey, buddy. You're muted.
You're muted.
Hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for taking over when I was struggling.
Just for you.
I'm literally going to go take a shower now.
Yes.
I recommend you both do the same.
Yeah.
When you're done.
Trust me, I will be showering with scratch pads.
Yes, this is just
to get the ickiness off, because it is so bad.
It is. It's really bad. It's aggravating because nobody said anything. And even some of the girls even said that they knew that it was wrong and they wanted to speak up, but because they knew he was powerful, that that's why they didn't say anything, because they were afraid of what was going to happen to them. And it's like, it's the same story, right? Like, I mean, we heard this in the what's his face, the Hollywood dude. Why nobody said anything at the time with him? Weinstein. Yeah.
Well, also remember that Weinstein, all of those women were still of legal age.
They were, yes.
And I mean, as crappy and as horrible of a person he is, and they were consenting adults. This guy's going after children.
Well, yeah, there's a big difference there, but it's still the fact that they didn't want to say anything because they knew he was powerful.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's just the power dynamics are just, they get really weird there. Even though they're old enough to consent, the power dynamics does get a little weird. But yeah, it's just a strange thing. But I don't know. I mean, the world ain't gonna miss the guy, that's for sure. So
no, but we would like to see all of those people that were on his list, because if he's this kind of person, what kind of person is it that's showing up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For those services to be provided for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, because he's just screening us, essentially, is what he's doing to find out which ones are willing and which ones are not.
Right.
And then he's passing them on to the people who are paying.
Exactly.
And it's like,
he's basically the madame of this whole thing. Or he's the pimp, because Ghislaine is more of the madame that sees these as her children. So you would do this with your own children? What a sick human being.
Yeah, it's just gross. Like, the whole thing is just gross. And like, I know this shit happens every day still in places, but it's just gross to like see it in detail. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
very disturbing to see it in detail. But it's just
But
But
it's interesting, and it's stuff that needs to be brought to light, because I think there's still girls out there that are suffering through this kind of shit, and I don't think
for
they
sure.
should. They need to come forward, bring this shit to light, because
And go ahead.
you're not unique in that you're the only one that this crap is happening to. This is happening to other girls, and if
Well,
you're not speaking up about it, it's going to continue.
Well, is it just me, or did it sound like from what a couple of the girls said that this was like a thing at their high school?
Yeah,
And it's like, so it's like he's recruiting from a high school, and like everybody kind of knows about it, and it's okay. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's just, I don't know. Like, that's some of like this,
and
yeah. It's just,
from having been, of high school age and messed around with a lot of girls in high school, some of them they're going, well, shit, I'm going to get paid,
yeah,
and all I have to do is just let some creepy dude like fondle me a little bit. Like, whatever, I'm a big girl, I can handle this. I'm an adult. Mommy and daddy don't know any better than me. So there is some of that does happen.
yeah. It just, I don't know.
And that's the crux of the whole thing, is like, the adults in this situation, these caretakers are going, yeah, these girls, they're probably about my daughter's age. They eat, ice cream and like they'll have cereal before they'll have a decent meal.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're going, yeah, they look like they're about my daughter's age. Dude, what if this was your daughter going
Exactly.
here,
Mhm.
and you're feeling comfortable that this crap is happening?
Yeah. It's like,
Fuck me.
yeah. That like whole culpability part, like I know you can't necessarily like, even though it happens, like you can't pin the blame on people who didn't just say anything, but it's like in some cases I think we should. And this probably would be one of those exceptions I'd be willing to make.
Yeah.
Because it's like nobody said anything.
Yeah, because they don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose those cushy fucking, several $100,000 a year paying jobs, because they're
Yeah.
making so much money. It's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm feeding my family. Oh yeah, at what cost? That this girl is going to be violated. Multiple girls are going to be violated over
Yeah.
and over and over and over.
Yeah. It's just gross. It really is. But well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
on,
for
Phil.
joining us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
you.
Yeah. I will see you guys later, and everybody take a shower after this. For real.
Yeah. Not together. Not
Yes.
together.
All right. See you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Night view. Oh my gosh. So how you doing, girl?
Super disgusted. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Super disgusted.
I
So
can't
you wanted,
imagine being that young and going
but you have
through
been.
that.
I mean,
I have been that young, but I can't imagine going through that at that age. Like,
right.
and at the same time, though, when I was that age, though, I knew better when it came to doing stuff like that for money. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
my parents were like, no. No matter how much somebody offers to pay you, never do stuff like that. But it's like these girls at the same time, I don't necessarily want to blame the parents, because sometimes, teenagers do stuff even when their parents tell them not to. It's part of being a teenager. They rebel, right?
Right.
But it's like, did they teach them any of these morals? Like, if you see something wrong,
Well,
Don't
and
go
that they're
back to it
recruiting
or
other
say
girls
something.
within the high school too, on top of that.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
then
well,
for
you
it
want
to
to make
be
some money?
like,
You make $200 if you go over here to creepy dude's place and knowing exactly what's going to happen.
and the fact that the girls were talking about it like it was something like, oh yeah, we know about Epstein, like it's normal, like they normalized it. Ugh, so
Well,
gross.
well, think about this here in Georgia. This would have been back probably about the same period of time in the 2000s. There was a case of venereal disease. I don't remember the exact one, but it was running rampant in the high school because kids were going around and having sex parties, sex orgies. Like,
What the hell?
yeah, no, they were all hooking up. Like all the kids were hooking up with each other. Like showing up at someone's house and there would be 30, 40 people there, and they would just pass the girls around, pass the guys around, just having sex.
I'm glad my parents were strict and didn't let me hang out with people when I was in high school, because that's disturbing that young kids are doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was running
Ugh,
rampant through the high school. Could you imagine like a high school with 90% of the students having VD? I
that's
mean,
gross.
yeah, I forget what school it was, but it was in the news. I mean, it made national news
I
because
know mono was popular for a while in high schools, but
yeah,
it's not
no,
the
we're
same.
no, no,
Not the
it's
same.
no much different. Cricket's day. Teachers, professors, and coaches often uh, will groom young girls. True, but there's and that's the crux of that, is because a lot of those teachers, professors, coaches, they're not
They
like
take
that.
advantage of their power play. The
But
ones
there's
that
a
do
lot of
that.
them that are not like that,
Right.
and it makes the ones that are not like that, like everyone like eyeballing them now, like, oh, what are you doing with my kid? And then it doesn't help in recent news where you've got all of these female teachers that are putting it out there for their young male students and taking advantage of them. I mean, what, the girl's 26 years old, she's not unattractive, yet she's going after a high school student. um it just, like,
Yeah.
take care of
Back when
where
like
them kids are going.
back
Oh
when I
yeah.
was in high school, I mean, there was teachers who I thought were weird. Like they sussed me out.
Yeah.
But thank God, like nothing ever happened when I was in high school. But a couple of years after I graduated, those same teachers that I had like I got the ick from, they literally got investigated and arrested and shit. I'm like, ooh, I knew something was off about them.
Well, and I had I had worked for this teacher or ex-teacher, and he was run out of school because there were stories made up about him. He was a little bit pissed off about it because he was like, these were students, I wouldn't give them A's. The girls would come in there and he would start flaunting and flirting. He's just like, listen, that's not going to happen, and you need to leave my presence. He always made sure that there were other teachers around after that shit started happening. He was just like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm not going to tolerate this. This would have been back like in the 90s, where you know this wasn't like part of the whole Me Too movement or any crap like that. But some of these girls were trying to get their grades moved up, and he was like, I'm not passing you because you're coming in wearing a short skirt and no panties. I'm going to send your ass home.
Mhm.
Simple. And that's what he would do. And he wouldn't give the excuse of because they're showing up not wearing panties, because, what, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking, you know, I'm sending you home because, you need to dress appropriately, but, just like the skirt is too short or whatever. But he wouldn't, say anything about it, to his demise, because they turned around and pulled that crap. And we're just like, oh yeah, he was trying to have private sessions with me and crap like that. Never said that he did anything. He was just trying to get them alone. And he was just like, it got so bad with other teachers, with parents eyeballing him, thinking that he's doing this stuff. He was just like, if I sit here and fight it, all that it does is now I've got all of these people that don't trust me.
Mhm.
And if I leave, I'm screwed because they think that that's why I left.
I'm
He's just
guilty.
like, and guilty.
Yeah.
He was like, it could have ruined my relationship with my wife, with my teenage daughters, with my teenage sons, because these teenage girls, he had like younger, because he was a high school and they were like in junior high, his daughters were. He goes, how
Yeah.
does that look that daddy is diddling little girls?
Yeah.
I mean, really, now they're looking at me like this. And he's just like this. He goes, that, it's just, he goes, a word of warning, as an old man, a word of warning, protect yourself whenever you're alone with someone of the opposite sex that you even suspect might be underage. It's like, because it can turn really bad, and that's
Especially with no offense to any of the females watching, but let's be honest. Females tend to lie way more when it comes to shit like this. Like, look at all the false Me Too bullshit. I have yet to hear one case of a Me Too where the man was the victim, where he got violated by a female, and it turns out he was lying. I haven't heard of that. Have you?
no.
I haven't heard. It's crazy the lengths that females go to, and honestly, that's why I prefer not to befriend females, because they are full of shit, and that's why I don't delete any of my text messages or any of that either, because I don't trust females. Because they look at each other as competition. They don't care whether you're a man or a woman. They try to destroy you. Like, if you're not placing them at the top, you're an enemy, And it's
No.
stupid. But when it comes to shit like this, in schools, for example, my first semester of college, this was back in 2012, before I dropped out the first time. And it was one of my morning classes, and I felt creeped out by that professor, because he would always make comments like, "Oh, I like the pants you're wearing today." And there's this set of pants that I had, that they had the graphic designs on them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was one that my mom got me, and looking back, I probably should have told her, the fuck is this? Why would you give me this? But it had the spades, and they were on the butt part of it. Not necessarily the butt part, but the side close to the butt. And he's like, "Oh, what's that on your pants?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why are you looking at my pants?" It was
Yeah.
weird. And then as time passed, he would uh he'd be like, "Oh, sit closer to my desk." Or I'd walk into class and there's a candy bar on my desk, and he had asked me one time, "Oh, what's your favorite candy?" And I said, "Sour Skittles." And on my birthday, he had put one of the large bags of Sour Skittles
Oh,
on the
geez.
desk. And he hadn't done that for any of the other students, and I was so creeped out by him. Thankfully, it was close to the semester end, because I could not wait to get the fuck out of his class.
Yeah.
Because it was so weird. And so when he had left the Sour Skittles on the desk, I told him straight up, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't accept this."
Long
Like, I
story
didn't
short,
take it.
did you get in the van?
Nope.
Nope.
I said, nope. I can't accept this. Sorry, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, it's like I had a high school teacher that was young, attractive, unmarried. When I was in high school, that taught taught a specific type of class. There were two teachers that taught that. I won't go into it because people that know where I'm from might put two and two together. Um, I met her in a bar after I had gone through basic training. I was still. Oh, I'm sorry. You busy?
Sorry, my dad
Oh, that's fine.
was. Let me grab Angel real quick because my dad brought
That's
him in my room.
no, not a problem. Oh my. 13 of you fine folks out there hanging back, enjoying a wonderful evening with Jessica Reloaded and I. You guys are awesome. I'm just saying. We love and appreciate all of you for showing up over here. Really. Especially for this kind of stuff. Make sure that you've hit that like button on whichever platform you're looking at us at. I mean, we appreciate you. Really, we really appreciate you for doing it. Hey, Traveling Fools, good to see you.
Traveling Fools, how's it going?
Yo, yo, yo. Let's see. Where is... I was looking to see what we've got going on here today. Where is it? I'm so...
Why are your paws wet?
Well, I was looking, constantly, so... Are you outside?
I think probably.
Running through mud puddles. Sometimes pups just got to run through mud puddles. It makes their life enjoyable, entertaining. Let's see. I want to do this. View in control room. And
Ooh, red velvet, Hal?
what was
That's my
that? Chili
favorite
is
kind
put
of
away.
cake.
Now velvet cake is for dessert if anyone's interested. Red
That's my
velvet's pretty good.
favorite.
Yeah. Red velvet is pretty damn awesome. Oh wow. Got Ossie's birthday bash coming up.
Ooh.
And I'm not seeing, but I don't know when that is.
What is it?
I don't know. Because I see that it must be coming up soon. No, it's January. It's tomorrow at 4:00. Canceled. Yeah, there's nobody that's going on right now. It's just you and me.
Shani is live right now.
Oh, is Shani live right now? Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can send some folks over there. Yeah, that's what I think we'll do. Because I'm going to have to get some food in me, and
Yeah, you do.
I think you're at the end of your disgust level where you just can't contain it anymore.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of getting hard for me to read that because it's like.
Are you going to be able to do the next trial interviews? Do you want to be the attorney and I be the witness? Would that be better?
I mean, I was okay with doing that. It was just the briefs, not the briefs. What are they? The paragraphs of
the interviews.
Well, yeah, but
the details
of the investigation interview thingies. But I think with the court.
Well, do me a favor and read through the next set of court documents.
Okay.
And if you're comfortable being a witness in that, if you're not, you can take the place of an attorney and read those.
Yeah.
Because, some of these might get really detailed, and, I want you to be comfortable with what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
And maybe we'll get another lady to be the other attorney. So that way we don't have either one is they can be grilling me like I am some girl that was miscalibrated and not doing things right. Dance puppy dance, dance puppy dance. When it's so hard because we constantly make jokes and crap like that's inappropriate, but
Yeah.
it's hard to do some of these because you're like, it just comes off really dirty. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's easy to make our jokes, but like when it comes to reading stuff like this, especially
those
like
jokes land so bad.
for me, I think it's more so that being that I am a female and I was once that age, and like I don't know, growing up somewhat conservative where like we just never used to talk about those things growing up.
Right.
So like it's like uncomfortable for me to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. And as my I'm doing Monday morning streams. It will be it's it now is the grift portion of it. So I spoke with C Swept, and she came up with a good name for it. It was Morning Whiz and Coffee. Because
That is like I like that actually.
yeah, that I was like, that's pretty good. So I'll just make sure that you've hit the little bell. You'll get a notification. I'm going to be trying to do it about 6:30 in the morning. I'll have to, like I said, I have to get myself into the schedule of waking up. That's going to be a little bit earlier. And it won't go, but maybe an hour to 2 hours at the most. Yeah, you do a stream every morning, several times a day. Yes. Same. Hell's awesome. But yeah, my goal is to do a little bit more of the political stuff, a little bit more of the news, and talk about things that are going on in the world, a little more of current events kind of thing. Especially with politics coming up this season. I will be talking politics on this channel. I do have a gaming channel, and that's what I promoted earlier today. And if you wanted to watch like the game stuff, where I don't do political stuff, I don't talk about anything important. It's just me gaming and screwing around. You're welcome to come over there, and I'll interact with the chat. I'm not worried about whether I win the game or anything like that. It's just about me being an idiot and having fun with you guys in the chat. But I want to do, this channel tends to be a little more serious, except on Sundays, but we weren't able to do that this Sunday just because Dictionary Diva was going to be out of town, and she wasn't sure if she was going to make it back in time. So we decided not to do it tonight just for that reason, which is fine. So Jessica, the Elaine clip, I don't have that loaded up on here yet because I have to re-edit it because it shows up in a window media video format, that WVM format.
Oh.
And, yeah, and I have to change it over to a MP4 format. Yeah. So I will show it to her, just not right away. Give me just a second. I've got to use the restroom. Be right back.
Here you go, guys. Y'all have the doggo cam. I put Shizzy's gaming channel in the chat. I'll put it again, so it goes to both channels. If you guys go and subscribe to him, that'd be awesome. Please do it. And let's see what else. Oh, my shit's not working. That's cool. So yeah, if you guys could please go subscribe to Shizzy's gaming channel. He's trying to build it up, and that would be awesome if you did it. So click the link that is in the chat.
You got to put your channel. You got to put your channel up there too, so we can make sure that these folks are subscribed to you also.
It's okay. I don't care. We're trying to grow your gaming channel. It's not about my channel, okay? It's about your gaming channel.
I'm not even really worried if it gets monetized. It's just there as an unwind place for people to find me and hang out.
Well,
I mean, I can't get super chats there or nothing. You're all you do is you show up, you go into chat and talk shit to me. That's all you gotta do.
I'm not worried if people subscribe to my channel or not, because most of my shit gets demonetized anyways.
Yeah.
And gets limited, which means you're not gonna see it anyways unless you happen to have your notifications on. So doesn't really matter. I am, however, trying to build my Rumble.
Yes.
Hopefully
Same.
by, I want to say, the middle of this year, I can just ditch YouTube and stream exclusively to Rumble.
Yeah.
Because
we will be talking politics here.
yo no me gusta YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. It has been a son of a buck on the YouTube for certain things.
Yeah, which reminds me, I still do need to do a stream on Rumble talking about how I reached out to YouTube and asked some questions, and I'm pretty sure it was a bot answering me. And then I asked them, "Are you human?" They said yes. But every question that I was asking, they're just giving me some bullshit ass response. And I was like, tell me you're a bot without telling me you're a bot. Nice try.
Well, so. they may have a scripted response. And that's pretty common with a lot of companies. You ask them a question, they have a scripted response for it.
Which is stupid. Like, what's the point of having or talking to them at that point?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, cool. I just saw that Winning is up and running.
Nice.
He's doing old school watch party Sunday, which takes everybody over to Rumble. I would normally do that. The only thing is whenever it sends people directly over to Rumble, I don't know how many people it will stick with that. I know that if I send everyone over to Shani's, it's going to be Shani Graham. It'll be, she does YouTube. She doesn't switch everything over to Rumble.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me, like send me over to my channel and knowing that I'm getting ready to go to Rumble. I'd be like, well, but winning reality is also streaming. He's doing an old school watch party. He does these every Sunday. They're going to be watching Caddyshack. Give me just a second, and I will post that link up there. Give me just a second. And so if you're wanting to watch a movie over on Rumble side, and you can always do that. It's good stuff. He's good people. Tell him that we sent you. If you wanted to go over there, I put it in both mine and Jessica's. But whenever we end, we're going to be sending you all over to Shani Graham's, and she's good people. Tell her hi.
Yeah, she's a cute little old granny.
She is. She's absolutely.
She calls
wonderful.
herself the YouTube granny. So
yes. So with that, it's I'm going to go out the same way that I came in, with a little bit of something that everybody needs to remember whenever you're dealing with the YouTube, Rumbles, Twitter, life in general.